This episode brought to you by United Artists, Ragnarok.
Hey, yo, Mick, I think that this mighty Surtur is being a little irregular.
He's trying to destroy the whole goddamn universe, Rocky.
Hey, everybody, we're watching Thor Ragnarok, and you're listening to Miscast Commentary.
Welcome to Miscast Commentary's Movie Marathon.
Before we get started, does anyone want to get out?
With two guys actually crazy enough to get this done.
And I have a bow and arrow.
Now here are your hosts,
Language!
Joe Findlay and Todd Murray.
Hey, everybody, and welcome to Miscast Commentary. I'm Joe Findlay.
I'm Todd Tebow, the Sailor Murray.
And I successfully unmuted this bad boy so we can be heard.
Success.
Huzzah. We are bringing, another fun one. We're in the middle of like a chunk of fun movies.
I was
right now.
while on the toilet. That's funny that you said. I was thinking about mentioning the same exact thing.
Yeah.
Because it was like a bunch of serious ones in a row, and then we've had like Guardians 2, Spider-Man, now Thor Ragnarok.
And we're having a good time. Are we having a good time out there, folks? In fairness, this thing is new to me, and I thought that was the applause.
Was the perfect one. You got to put little stickers on there. That was so perfect. Like some awful like clown at a party. Is everybody having a great time? Because she's like, this is the worst fucking party I've ever been to.
All right, well, there's only one way to get
Didn't
me
even
out of
order pizza. It's a Delicio. Like the fuck.
There's only one way to get me out of this nonsense, and that is to get this movie started, and the only way to get it started is to press play.
Now. That was fucking
Oh,
so perfect.
my fucking Lord. That's funny.
Here we go. We're back to the flips. That last one fucking fucked me over.
I know. Well, there was a
Like, what am I watching here? What universe am I in here? The Sony comic universe?
Yeah,
Throw the shield, baby. Yeah, but it was. Obviously everything in the MCU is like pre-planned.
Yes.
I think since like the dawn of comics.
Yes.
I felt like they knew everything they were going to do way back. It was in a vault or something.
Yeah, they knew what they were doing.
But was it that their idea to get like, kind of lighten it up a little bit after the heaviness of the Civil War and the...
No, I think that there are things that they know, and then there are things that they kind of leave open for the directors. Because I don't think you can draw these kind of directors in if basically they're painting by numbers.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, you get to make your movie, but we need you to stitch a few things in for us.
Right.
And like, oh my God, like what a grab to get Taika Waititi to
I
do
think
this
he was
movie.
just the perfect. I think he's gonna have a big things coming up for that guy.
Oh my God.
Well, this movie's a big thing, but this is the start of something. I think he might be maybe their Thor guy, or I could see him directing the next Guardians. I'm sure that wasn't that like the talk.
They talked about it. I think he said he's not doing it, but I don't know.
I heard the same thing. I heard he wasn't either.
But anyways, he was, his big breakout thing was What We Do in the Shadows. He did a bunch of Flight of the Conchords episodes, The In-Betweeners, which is a big British thing. He is directing at least one episode of The Mandalorian.
Nice.
It's coming out for Disney Plus, and he's got a new movie coming out called Jojo Rabbit, which is like, they're just in pre-production, I think, right now, but they're getting a whole thing. I love the look of Surtur.
I know he's badass, eh?
This also has a very Lord of the Rings feel.
Yes,
like
yes, it does.
Very much the what's the guy's name? You know what I'm talking about.
Saruman.
No.
Big flame guy.
Yeah, big flame guy.
With the whip.
Yes. I really like Taika Waititi too. Also said he was like, this movie, they really wanted Chris Hemsworth to have the opportunity to like improv a bit and have some fun and be funny, and I think he's great in this. Like, he is really
I think they've really captured Thor in this one better.
Yes. Yeah. Well, yeah, because like all of this is funny to him in a way because he
knows he's unstoppable.
Yeah.
Is that the voice of Red Skull?
No, that is actually the voice of Mr. Krabs from SpongeBob SquarePants.
No.
That is Clancy Brown.
It is?
Yeah, who is also, for our purposes, he was the drill sergeant in Starship Troopers. He's also in Shawshank Redemption. He's one of the guards. Big dude.
Right.
Yeah, he's, but yeah, that's who that is.
Think of those chains look strong as hell.
Well, of course they are. They're holding Thor.
I love when he like flips around right there and he's like, sorry, I'm not doing this on purpose. He's like, it's just doing it.
Yeah, I love that so much. I liked, oh, cool. We got all the information.
There it is. Yeah. Nice
thought it was a big
exposition there.
eyebrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, we get everything I need. A lot of interesting writers on this one. Eric Pearson, he wrote not all of, but a lot of the Marvel one-shots, all those little short films, and he wrote episodes of Agent Carter. Craig Kyle did a lot of the Marvel animated stuff, like Spider-Man and Avengers, Fantastic Four. He wrote the story for Doctor Strange. And then Christopher Yost did X-Men Evolution, and the next Avengers, Wolverine and the X-Men. So a bunch more Marvel animated and Star Wars Rebels. Nice. So like lots of animated experience, but lots of short film, but like almost no feature film experience between the three of them.
He's a cartoon man.
Yeah, man. Well, and it's kind of funny because the way that this plays in a, I don't want to say in a less realistic, but in a much more cartoonish realm than some of the other ones. Like the characters and stuff like that, like your Korg and stuff like that, are kind of come from a place that's a lot less human, I guess. Not just because they're not human, but
it does kind of say. You know what? It also sounds like. I think you're right. It's Buddy. He's in lots of shit.
Yeah.
He was in like. He does a lot of DC voices.
Yes, he was.
That's that guy. He was in the. He's in lots of movies. He was in Pet Sematary 2.
Yeah, this is Clancy Brown is his name.
So awesome. You're in the Zap.
Yeah,
kicking ass.
The Immigrant Song.
These guys would probably be immigrants if they came to Earth. It makes sense.
Well, yeah.
They're not of,
Is it that thing where like somebody from here would go there and go, look at all these minorities?
This is very much like Buddy whistling Dixie and his little thing there.
No idea.
Buddy with the mohawk. Star-Lord's dad.
Oh, fucking Yondu.
Yeah, yonder.
All right.
Boom, what a rumble, eh?
Yeah, this was really cool.
Feel the flames.
And it's interesting because it's one of the kind of like it's the fakest action scene in that like there's really nothing physical actually happening on set.
Oh, I was gonna be like, what?
You know
like
what
this rumble?
No, but you know what I mean. Like it's like the other ones. There's choreography. There's just like this is just him, and then a CG hammer that's bouncing around.
Boom. Wail on him. See, because his weapon that looks like a Danzig cover. Pretty hardcore shot right there, man.
Just chain it on.
See, now that would be cool if if you were one of these Comic-Con nerdos.
Yeah.
If you went as Thor, have that guy strapped to the back of you, his head.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Piece. Oh, Jesus.
I would just not want to like be poking. I would always be like knocking into people and shit like that.
Always at the tightest spot you can get into.
Carl Urban, one of many people who are in the new Star Trek movies that's in this movie.
Yep.
Chris Hemsworth, of course, was George Kirk.
Yep.
And then he's in it, of course. And then we do have a brief appearance from Benedict Cumberbatch after. And Heimdall himself was the most recent bad guy. So,
well, what the shit, eh?
Lots of Star Trek going on in this bad boy.
I heard that the big issue with the new Star Wars was that they wanted Chris Pine and Chris Hemsworth, and they didn't want to pay them both. Hemsworth wanted a lot of money.
Yeah.
And I was like, you don't need Kirk's dad in it again, for God's sakes. No. Do something different. Like, no.
And realistically, like having him, like he was in the movie for 2 minutes in the first one.
Well, I think they wanted more.
Yeah.
Like more of a story with him time traveling or some shit. I don't know.
Ugh, fuck that.
I know. That's what I thought too. I was like, ugh, give us something new.
It just reminds me of like those like the later Star Trek, like the original cast movies, where like we're going to Earth to save a whale.
Yeah, well, yeah, Star Trek, The Search for Spock.
Yeah.
And the not the Undiscovered Country, but the one where they're trying to save the last blue whale or whatever.
Yeah, I
thought badass that is. That's a good idea.
That's so gross at the same time.
Yeah. It's been all over his hands. Like, oh, the dragon must be like, this is so gross.
That's something when I heard
The shake weight.
I love that he's working the shake weight.
Oh, he's like, oh yeah, my job.
It's funny that he's hearing it from there. I always kind of wondered. It's like, I imagine that the communication was directly with Heimdall because he can see everything.
Yeah, where is Heimdall on vacation?
No, he's been fired.
Oh yeah, because of the events of that's right.
So I guess that's how it works. I don't really know how the HR department in Asgard,
Yeah.
works.
Holy fuck, I forgot about all this shit.
Mm-hmm. Get him.
Woo!
It's a sexy dragon. Oh,
If that thing would have bit him, I don't think it would have done anything.
I don't know.
But it's pretty fucking big.
Yeah. And it's sharp.
Ragnarok.
Even this music, it feels very 80s. Like there's definitely a certain like retro feel to this movie.
Yes, big time. I think they stole it from Guardians.
A little bit, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Green Peaches. The slow slide.
And his eyeball rolls back.
So gross. I always feel like all of the Asgardian women would also be like warriors in their own right, that none of them would be like grossed out girls.
But you gotta have some girly girls there. They're just putting the show on for Scourge. They know he likes his ladies, you know.
Yeah, Taika Waititi said that about 80% of this movie was improvised.
No shit.
Or like they would like take the scripted bits and then improvise around it and stuff like
Right.
that. So I mean that's a ballsy thing to do with this like level of movie, right?
Well, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I mean? Like if you film the scene and you're like, okay, that's what they want.
Yeah.
And we'll just do a little dicking around here. We got some more time. Or we got the shot. We got some money. We got some more digital feed in the camera here.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly it. That's the one thing I love about the digital medium, and I'm really surprised that more of the like the comedies and stuff like that aren't taking advantage. Like, didn't take advantage of that. Like in the early days, like picture like your 40-year-old virgins and knocked ups is just leave a friggin' digital thing rolling and just let go.
Just let it go.
Yeah.
Okay, so his hammer comes back to him, and I once bought a hammer.
Yes.
Oh, this is funny.
And ironically,
I once bought a hammer.
Yeah.
And then I returned the hammer.
Yeah. That's Luke Hemsworth, by the way.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, that is the.
There he is.
And
Matt Damon. Anyway, so I returned the hammer.
Yeah.
Then I realized I wasn't done with the project.
Yes.
Then I went back and purchased the hammer again.
Yeah.
Is that the same thing as it coming back to me?
Well, your money made you worthy, so yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, I knew it.
What's his face there? I can't remember his name. All of a sudden, you threw me off. Anthony Hopkins. He wasn't going to do this movie originally. He had basically said, "No, I'm done dealing with that and all that kind of thing." And then he read the script and was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I'm in. Let's do it." So.
Just have a little fun with it, right?
Absolutely. And there's Sam Neill.
Oh, fucking A.
Like, it's so good. But I
wonder if he'll be back in something.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Smurf children.
Yeah.
What the frig?
It's Loki. It's baby Loki.
Imagine being on set and there's fucking Anthony Hopkins eating grapes and sitting over there.
I would be like, this is the best day of my life.
Holy fuck. And then that Smurf baby shows up.
There's a little half-naked blue boy running around. Is Bryan Singer directing this?
Yes. So you just read my mind and then stole it.
Nice. I've always tried to steal
fucking
mine.
right.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's one.
Yay, Thor.
And he's like, I got Buddy's head here.
Yeah, I'm just carrying it around my head. That must be a that must be a regular thing for Thor, though. They're like, there's Thor again, carrying a head around.
Yeah.
Friggin' party. Is the skull a weapon itself?
He's like so nice. He's doing a good job of not being himself, right? Like,
oh, absolutely. So he is like Anthony Hopkins is so bloody next level. I don't think he's he's not been given the opportunity to play as many things as he could.
I know, that's the shame.
Because like he could do really funny if he wanted to. He could do like all kinds of things. Basically, he plays like the super smart or the super creepy. That's basically his.
We need, noticing the trend that's happening in Netflix, we will now get, it'll be probably Anthony Hopkins and Bill Murray in like a movie where they find their youth again. It'll be the Kaminsky Method 2.
Nice. The Kaminskier method.
Yes. There was like Chevy Chase and what about Bob? What's his name? They started one. Then there was Alan Alda or Alan Arkin and
that was the Kaminsky method.
Yeah, the Kaminsky method. There's so many of them. Grace and Frankie, like whoa.
Yeah. Apparently they did this from they did that in the comics. I always wonder though, is that Matt Damon and Sam Neill like playing themselves, or is that just somebody who we get to recognize and think is fun?
I think they're Asgardian. I don't think they've zapped they might be the greatest actors they know.
I think it would have been funny if they would have made it
of
like,
all the Earth actors. This is the guy.
Even just like a funny little outtake thing that was never meant for this, just
right?
meant for the DVD or something like that, where like Matt Damon comes up, he's like I really got to get back. We're doing another Bourne movie, and I promised like I'd be
right. Heimdall never would have let this shit happen.
No, Heimdall doesn't fuck around, baby.
So it was Loki that fired Heimdall then.
Yes.
Yeah. Shady Acres.
Well, because he knew that Loki would.
Nice suit.
Let him. I love that because the umbrella is Mjolnir. It's the that's how he disguises the hammer. In public.
That's hilarious.
In the comics, it's a walking stick, because like he takes on like an alter ego. I liked the Hiddleston suit.
That's what I'm saying. I like his black on black there. I dig it.
I love this celebrity movie.
Oh, she's not sorry at all.
Oh, good
she
Lord.
loves it. It was a mutual dumping. Uh-oh.
I love this too. So we're getting a little Doctor Strange.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, because he's the guy that fucked around with New York and now he's back.
Yeah.
He's like the child. What?
Wait a minute.
So this is now morphing into the scene that we saw.
Correct.
In the end scene of Doctor Strange.
Correct, Amundo. And the way that this came about, they were literally getting ready to tear down all the sets from Doctor Strange, and Taika Waititi just wrote a scene. Yeah. He's like, I think that would be amazing if we could just like kind of get these guys together.
Well, it's good. It's always cool when you have the crossovers. It's always so neat.
Yeah. Oh,
there he is. Probably in another place altogether.
He's in every place.
God of umbrellas. Oh, fuck yeah.
Handsome motherfuckers. I like though that even he's thrown off. Like to be able to throw off Thor is
sorcery.
Kind of an interesting ordeal in and of itself.
Earth has wizards now.
It's very simple. It's very simple comedy too, but it's just so good.
Oh yeah, Doctor Strange. I can't wait to see the next one. I want to see him versus Buddy.
Baron Mordor.
Yeah, Baron Mordor.
Mort. Fuck off.
There it is.
So
it's kind of different though, is this?
Well, it's extended. This is where the scene began.
Here we go. Yes.
Yeah.
It's weird to use the same scene.
They've done that a couple of times now, and I think it was one of those things where they liked it so much they included it in the other. They included a chunk of it in the other one, but it's considerably longer in this one, of course.
Ooh, no, that's a fucking thing. Where's that beer coming from? Like the beer universe?
Yeah. Well, the beer dimension, not the beer universe.
Ah, yes, of course.
It's a different thing.
Of course.
It's a world where everything's beer.
He's drinking someone's child right now. That's their fate, though. They understand. Oh, it's sad, but they're like,
I understand it.
But it's just not right for, when they say like a parent should never bury their child.
Yeah.
A parent in beer world should never see their own child be dranketed before them.
I always add the addendum of a parent should never bury their child until they're dead.
Whoa. ... Until they're dead.
Darkness.
Pet
He's getting like dizzy.
Whoa.
Throwing me off. Stop that.
It's like fucking his head up.
I just wanted little like oh, there. Will you stop doing that? Come on. And strand of your hair.
At least he asked.
That's true. That would have been. Oh my god. It's so funny. And I think this does a good job establishing Doctor Strange as like his confidence in his own abilities and that kind of like his kind of smugness and all these other things. I think they did a good job pulling that across. So much shit getting destroyed. Hello.
There we go.
He's worthy of
Oh,
that.
you're broken shit. He always Bummer.
I want to. It would have been funny to make a, and just again, I'm always thinking Blu-ray extras and stuff.
Right.
If they, if they made it where it's just a 30-minute video of him falling, and he's just experiencing a bunch of weirdness while he's like ah, and all of a sudden like something really weird passes by. He's like, what the hell is that?
I like that too. He's like, you think you're some sorcerer, and he just schooled his ass hard.
Yeah. So this, they reshot this. Apparently, they originally shot it in Australia, and there was a bunch of stuff with Anthony Hopkins, and they ended up not like test audiences really didn't like what they were doing, and he didn't really like what they were doing, so they ended up reshooting it in Norway, which is where they are now. But if you want to see any of the Australia stuff, it's in the original trailer. It's like one of the early shots in the trailer. You'll see them all together, and they're in Australia.
No shit. Is that correct? Like, where are these test audiences? Who are these people that they find? Like,
they do it all over the place, and it's very random. Like, it's not like it's a come here to be in a test audience. It's I'm going to pick you out of a crowd. Hey, would you be willing to come and spend 2 hours with us type thing? And get in this van.
and you're like, who are you?
Get in this van and choke on my dick.
Right
But
on. Suck my dick.
yes. I'm trying to figure out what that eye patch is made of. It looks like it's
Hemp.
a balsa wood. Yeah. Hemp rope with balsa
Yeah,
wood.
exactly.
Nice. So I'm surprised he's not being played by Woody Harrelson.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Man. I like that he's just,
No.
it's weird that his final scene, he's just in people clothes.
No, you have not.
She's coming.
They spelled it wrong.
I know.
What the fuck? Well, now he's hiding out here.
Yes.
Oh, and what the hell?
Uh-oh.
He doesn't seem to be too mad at Loki. He's like, you had that guy. I knew it. I knew you were going to do that. You're like, fuck.
They did a bit of a cheat in this one. But like in the comics and in Norse mythology, Hela is Loki's daughter.
Ah.
But I guess that
They
doesn't-
changed it up.
Yeah.
They switched it up.
Getting your ass kicked by your niece is weirder, I guess. So
No, they probably wanted it to be closer.
yeah.
Sister. Like, whoa.
Yeah.
That's why she's so even more pissed off than
Exactly.
being
It's-
the shunned niece.
being the rightful heir. But
Yep.
technically makes her, at this point, because he's still alive, makes her a Disney princess.
Oh my God, you're right. They should throw her in there.
Yep.
A Disney princess.
Cinderella, Aurora, Hela.
They should do that when she doesn't want to be, right? But they force her to.
That would be amazing. You just get Kate Blanchett and she's just like
Yeah,
rolling
exactly.
her
Like, oh,
eyes and all. Like
God.
everybody else is like doing the perfect like
But then
princess
she's
pose.
got to win. Like, Princess of the Night, Hela. And then she's, then she's into it.
She makes her like dark sword and just starts like chopping through. And you're like, oh my God.
Oh,
Jasmine, no.
there he goes. Like a fart in the breeze.
Yeah.
There goes the old man.
Oh.
But his farts are gold, like Oprah's. There they go. Up into the old multiverse. I bet you somebody's got him. I bet you like Stephen Strange has got him in a jar in his house or something.
That would be amazing.
Or the collector.
The collector. So actually, because we were talking a couple weeks ago about the how certain like species of people in the Marvel universe, if they become the last of their kind, they become a member of like this other
that
race,
elite group.
and they become what's
the
it called?
Eliters.
Yeah, well, they're called the elders of something, but they become immortal because of that. The Grandmaster and the Collector are among two of those people, which is
What the hell's the Collector?
I don't know. He's just whatever he is. He's the last of it.
Didn't take her long to show up, or
Nope.
Dad fucks off like a big chicken shit.
I'm out of here. I do not want to explain what I've been doing.
Here she is, the newest Disney princess.
So sexy.
Oh yeah,
best she's ever
Helena
looked.
Bonham Carter definitely does her makeup and hair.
Oh, for sure.
Like my God,
Uh,
she's a hot older lady too, eh?
She really is.
I'd let her smack me around.
I was looking through her career. It's kind of funny because she did a bunch of like, I think it was like Australian TV and stuff, and then she hit it with Elizabeth in 1998, and then after there, just boom, boom, boom. Talent of Mr. Ripley, The Gift, Lord of the Rings, Coffee and Cigarettes, The Life Aquatic with Steve Zissou, Babel, Notes on a Scandal, I'm Not There, Indiana Jones, Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Robin Hood, Cinderella, Carol, Mowgli. She was in a couple of the How to Train Your Dragon movies.
Lady Danny Ocean.
Yep, she was Lady Danny Ocean. I didn't even write that one down. And she's playing in an upcoming biopic. She's playing Lucille Ball.
No shit.
Yeah, I was kind of like, oh, that'll be badass.
Whoa.
But now because it's her playing Lucille
shit.
Ball, I want it to be Benicio del Toro playing Desi.
That'd be cool.
You
eh?
got some explaining to do.
He's hard. Plays him hard, like the real Desi.
Cocaine.
She just broke Mjolnir.
Yeah. I remember seeing that in
in the preview.
Yeah, and I was like, whoa, like,
Yeah, smart move, Loki.
what a fucking coward.
Couldn't she zap through there too?
She is.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Yeah, you threw a knife at.
Oh, fuck.
It's cool. They got
Woo.
they actually consulted with like an astrophysicist to kind of discuss the potential. No, I
Gotta
know.
make sure this is spot on or nobody's
Well-
gonna believe it.
Well, I like though that they want to make it as believable as they possibly can, or it's like, hey, I'm like, what are the theoretical, like, what would you call the Rainbow Bridge in real life? You're like, oh, it'd be like a wormhole or something like that. It's like, okay, well, what would happen if like you got kicked out of the wormhole? And like,
Right.
so it's an interesting way to go.
It was a cool entrance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Shazam.
Yeah.
Dead.
The
I saw the new preview for it.
yeah.
Looks
Did you see
all right.
also- I can't wrap my head around that one. But
You just don't dig the Shazam, eh? I'll give him a go.
I could see myself watching it like when it comes out in some form of home video.
Listen,
But
okay, when
I will not see that in a theater.
when I awkwardly rub my foot against your foot, you do not pull away.
I'm sorry.
I'm not telling you that's better. That's a cool headpiece. Is that all CG? You think she's slapping that on? Is that on there?
I honestly don't know. I think that's on there. Obviously not when it was growing out of her head, but
Can't find good help, man. This would never happen if Heimdall was on watch.
no, hell no.
He can see all this happening right now too, and he's like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah, he's like, you are fucking up my station.
Yep. That's not where I sit.
He's like, if I get this job back, so help me God.
You're banned for 1 week.
Yes. This is kind of a little bit of that like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, like going through all the galaxies thing. Trash planet.
Boom. The phone booth should have
Yeah.
landed beside him from Bill and Ted.
Yeah, that would be funny. It's cool because they made the comparison, or like they said that this actually takes a lot of influence from
Planet Hulk.
No, Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh,
Like, yes, Planet. It does from
it
Planet Hulk
is
and
Planet Hulk,
but
pretty
they're-
much.
They're saying though, like just as far as like the tone they wanted this movie to have and stuff like that. They're like, you get this guy who's in a situation he doesn't quite get, and
Fish out of
and
water.
the stakes are really high, and like all these
Oh
different things.
shit.
Right? So smash. But the but yeah, you are right. Like they said this is basically, it's a chunk of Hulk.
Yep.
It's a chunk, like Planet Hulk. It's a chunk of the actual Ragnarok, and it's a chunk of Contest of Champions.
Yeah, they really kind of mixed it. I dug because they always said that they can't do like the Hulk standalone. So I really thought this was a good. Also, it's got some like it's got a lot of Hulk Thor fighting stuff.
And the Hulk being in this movie was kind of an afterthought.
Right.
Because they were going to basically take the ideas from Planet Hulk with the whole like contested, like the gladiator thing and all that stuff. But the Hulk was never going to be in it. That kind of came after the fact.
Because they had to explain where the hell Hulk's been. Right.
Which is interesting because in the comics, the exact same shit is what kept them from being like the reason that they weren't in Civil War is the same reason they're not in the comic Civil War.
Right.
Because in Civil War, Hulk is on Sakaar.
Right.
He's like Planet Hulk it up. And Thor was involved in Ragnarok.
So they just slapped. Is that Slipknot? Oh my God. It's like if Slipknot joined the Houdini. Those guys.
Oh, the Jawas.
The Tuscan Raiders.
No, that's not Houdini. That's
Houdini.
different.
Who's
that's
that
Jawas.
one?
Jawas.
Like the Dink Dinks.
Yeah, the Dink
Yeah,
Dinks.
there she is.
Nice. This one, that was like
drinking and driving.
That's a particularly bad effect just because you could see.
Yeah, it looks terrible actually.
Different...
That is actually very bad. That's about as bad as in the flames.
Yeah.
I'm surrounded by flames everywhere. Oh yeah, right off. Those are neat little costumes.
Let's kick the shit out of them.
Oh, this thing's holding them down. They got the gear on this planet.
Oh hell yeah! Well, because that's actually I think that was one of the build snipe. Actually, he mentions them in the Avengers.
thing.
Remember, he's like, you don't have build snipe. He's like huge, scaly, big, giant antlers. That's
Oh, you think that's it right there?
yeah. Well, according to the thing I was reading, that's what they said. I don't see the scales on it. But
That sounds like it though.
Yeah.
Good call actually.
Yeah.
That was a good catch. Did you see that reminds me, did you see the video? I didn't see the video because I'm like way too terrified. It is a giant spider eating an opossum.
Really?
And I'm telling you, the spider looks fake. It looks like something fake.
Oh, really?
It's like bigger than your cats all like put together. Like it's huge.
I got big cats, is what Todd's trying to tell you.
No, they're actually not that big.
No,
Not compared to this fucking spider. Jeez, I have to watch the video, but it's like it's nightmare fuel, man. It's like, oh
really?
my God,
I don't think I
like
could watch that. So Tessa Thompson there playing Valkyrie. She was in Veronica Mars, and I didn't realize she was in so much like American stuff. She was in Veronica Mars. She was in Heroes. She was in the movie For Colored Girls. She was in Selma.
just a movie for colored girls.
That's what it's called. I think it was a play first, and that's just what it's called.
Wow.
She was in both the Creed movies. She's in Sorry to Bother You.
Oh, that's right. She's the girl in Creed. She was very good in it.
Yeah,
she was totally different in that movie.
Oh yeah, Annihilation, Westworld. She's in the new Men in Black movie with Chris Hemsworth.
Yes.
And
I think that might be something. I'm interested in that film actually.
and she plays Lady in Lady and the Tramp.
Oh.
The live actiony, animated-y thingy coming out.
The new Men in Black that's like the kind of the Men in Black universe where they're like the European version of it, aren't
They're
they?
the British version.
Right.
Yes.
It's kind of neat. I dig it.
Yeah.
We'll see. They have good chemistry together. It should be.
Yeah. So if you look really quickly on there, you can see Beta Ray Bill and Man Thing. What else can you see on there?
Beta Ray Bill is fucking awesome.
I don't know anything about him. He's not in my my purview.
He was because the cartoons all do it.
Yeah.
The cartoons will tell you everything.
Yeah.
And he came down. Something had happened to his people, and he was super fucking like he was kind of being forced to fight Thor. Mm-hmm. And they found out kind of during that he's actually a really good dude.
Yeah.
He just has to get through Thor to do whatever the fuck he had to do.
Yeah.
And Odin liked him so much that he gave him his own Mjolnir and his own armor and everything. Yeah.
That's the one that Thor carries in Infinity War.
Infinity War. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was different though. It obviously didn't have the arm of Groot or whatever.
No.
Or Groot 2.
No.
Whatever the fuck.
Just Groot. They're all Groot.
They are all Groot. We are all Groot.
So yeah, exactly. I think we've got this nailed down. The other faces that you would see on that on that thing were the Greek god Ares and Bi Beast.
By beast. I met a couple by beasts in my day, let me tell you.
Which is dude from X-Men, and he's kind of into Mystique, but he's also kind of into Professor X.
Exactly.
Yes.
This guy looks like straight out of like one of those video games.
He looks like he's the guy who played Genghis Khan in Bill and Ted. We're mentioning that a lot. We're gonna have to do Bill and Ted when we come out.
Oh
of this.
my God, we have to do a John Candy too to commemorate his 25th death anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
If we weren't in this, see, this is the kind of sacrifice we've made for you people.
Yeah, we're
all
skipping
these.
people's...
We were skipping over things, you know.
Yeah.
Sometimes sacrifices have to be made.
Yeah.
You gotta crack some eggs, man, if you want to make a big fucking egg stew.
This is awesome. I kind of wish that every fight scene had the immigrant song playing, because like it would go just as well in this one while she's killing everybody. It's
whoa.
It's like badass. How badass?
Yes, it is.
You're just like, holy crap.
Just her too.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
the god of war, the goddess of war.
One of the few bad guys who gets it all done on their own. That little move was like straight out of the Matrix.
Little bend back knife throw, multiple knives thrown.
No, when Neo is fighting.
Right through her.
Yeah, when Neo, I think, is like doing the Burly Man fight when he's fighting all the Smiths. He does that kind of where he leans back and he like throws 2 punches and a kick type thing.
Right. Oh, yes, I know exactly. Yeah. Real wiry looking move too.
Yeah.
Oh. She took a knife right through the section there, man. Yeah. She's still going.
She's fine. She totally no-sold it though. She could have at least made the guy think he was getting something done.
Yeah, jeez.
Man.
Sucker.
Yeah.
This guy's still alive.
So somebody who just by mere scheduling got to survive all this, Lady Sif, who was in the previous two, the girl who's of Thor's entourage here, she couldn't do the movie because she was shooting Blind Spot and she wasn't able to get out of it. So she was supposed to be in this movie, but she couldn't be.
So she lived.
So rather than write her out, they basically did that, like nobody asked for it justification of she's doing something else right now. She's off on some mission elsewhere.
She's doing something.
So while that's all going on, so there's a chance that you could run into her again in a future Thor or what have you.
Oh, she got saved. Yep. Thank you for the what? Blind Spot?
Blind Spot, yeah. Thank you, show nobody watches.
Yeah, fucking A. What a bummer that must be.
It's
like you sign up for one thing, he's like, hey, nothing going on. And then when you sign the dotted line, they're like, hey, you want to be in 5 Thor sequels?
So I always think
one of them's a standalone movie starring you. No, sorry.
I always think about that whole thing with both Tom Selleck and Pierce Brosnan. Oh, sorry, you got to do this TV. You're still contractually obligated to do this TV show, so you can't go be the biggest movie star in the world right now. I love just like the whole idea of having the what's it called? Having the Charlie in the Chocolate Factory music and that building, the one building in the skyline. There, even if you get a chance to see it, it's actually the new building that it used to be the Tower of Terror at Disneyland, but now it's the Guardians of the Galaxy ride, where the collector is.
Right.
So they just threw that in as kind of a little goof.
I read, like I said, I read a big thing about the new Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and whatever, and apparently it's so good, eh?
Yeah.
Fucking Jeff Goldblum.
What a genius. I just listened to his episode on Conan O'Brien Needs a Friend. Just him and Conan talking for an hour. I could have listened to him talk for a month. He's just sitting there.
He's awesome.
But he just does these little, it's just, and and it's so fucking intriguing when it shouldn't be. He's like, I had a Super Bowl party and my son didn't really care for the Super Bowl. They did that.
He's got some ticks or something.
Oh, for sure.
I like this chick too.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Her name's Topaz, I believe. And
Topaz.
In the comics, she's like a sorceress or something. In this, she's just kind of relegated to sidekick.
Fucking Jeff Goldblum.
He's a genius. I hope
I
he's
love
somebody
him.
that
He's
they
kind,
can
he's
find
kind
a
of
way
had
to-
a resurgence as of late too. I keep seeing him in shit.
Yeah, I would like very much to see him. Well, but it didn't hurt that he got like resurgences in like actual things he's done before, like Independence Day, and then which is ironically Resurgence, and then Jurassic World, which apparently is in the next Jurassic World too.
He just seems like every time you see him, he just seems like such a down to earth, cool guy.
And that's
Like you could walk up to him on the street and you'd be the one be like, okay, Jeff. Okay, no, I gotta go somewhere, Jeff. I gotta do this.
Would you like to come see all my shoes?
I don't know, man. I'm already like halfway down the street, right? He's still.
What was that? They did that. It was another community thing. There was Sparkles, but he was sitting there and Jeff was freaking out and he's like, "Oh, your gold blooming is gold blooming? I don't know what that means." He reminds me a bit of that guy from.
This is probably somebody. Is he somebody?
No, I don't think so.
Is that John Cryer?
That would be amazing. Oh, he's pardoned.
No, that's Buddy. I know that guy. I'm telling you right now. That's like Clint Howard or something.
Yeah. Yeah, Clint Howard would have been perfect. You wouldn't even have needed the makeup.
Exactly.
Ugh, I like his
Oh, Lord.
the reaction. Again, it's so funny to see Thor. Like, whenever I see Thor thrown off, it gives you kind of a whole sense of the world that you're in because it's like
He's like, what the
Thor-
fuck?
Thor is the out of your prime Avengers and stuff like that. He's the oldest by over 1,000 years. So it's like you expect that he's seen everything. Looks like the Cantina band in the
I know,
background.
right? They're playing like Dance Dance Revolution back there or something. Oh, look at Loki's over there fucking kicking ass.
This must be like the most fun thing in the world as like a set designer or a makeup or a costume artist. It's like you just got to make up a bunch of things we've never seen before.
Yeah.
And they're like mission accomplished, and they all go into a dark basement and drink absinthe and start a fight club, and this is what comes out of it.
This is what happens, yeah, exactly, when you LARP and you love Fight Club
Yep.
and breakfast cereal. Where's your chair?
Yeah. So apparently, in the comics, the Grandmaster's all blue,
Right.
which is why, like, he's got blue on his lips and like just down that little thing. They were just like, no, this is Jeff Goldblum. He doesn't need blue makeup to get it across that he's like
he's an alien.
Yeah. That smile though, right? Tom Hiddleston, I know it's part of his makeup, but he's the most pale man ever. Like I feel like Loki's a vampire.
Sometimes I think maybe Thor's too jokey in this movie, but when you see the next Avengers, it's like, okay, he's, because the stakes are high, so there's no joking. Like,
And this next one too, like I feel like he's going to be in power depression for the entire thing. He's just like
a what?
Power depression. Like he's
just depressed about how many awesome powers he has.
No, just like the most powerful depression.
Right.
Just like, my depression is stronger than yours.
Is that a power? Does anybody have the power of depression?
I think it's me.
That's everybody else within the superheroes. There he is.
Yeah.
These guys were good characters in the Hulk.
Yeah. I love that line. I'm actually a thing. But yeah, this is Taika Waititi as the voice of Korg. We have seen Korg's kind before in the second Thor movie when he fights, but it wasn't Korg himself.
I don't think the special effects in this movie are going to hold up very well over the years.
No, I agree, but I don't care. It's
it doesn't matter.
It's too fun.
Yeah. Like, look at him, for God's sakes. Already, I'm like, holy Jesus, this guy.
Yeah, the movement's weird and it's very choppy. You know what it reminds me? It reminds me of watching the Ed 209 walk around in RoboCop. Yeah. Organizing another revolution. I hope that they find a way to
bring him back.
Now, it's my assumption that he was on that ship where. See, the thing is, they say that everybody was killed on that ship, but like Thanos always kills half of everybody.
Right.
So I'm like, did half the people survive and we just don't know? Or like, what's the deal? Jokes did.
He's killing people.
I love listening to that New Zealand accent. It's slightly different. What do you say?
He's like, what about you? You're made of rocks. He's like, no, oh, there goes one. And then another rock fell off of him.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah. I got some issues with the fight, but it's just me. Being a Hulk guy. We'll get to that part later.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to clean up these bodies. Well, she killed everyone, even the body cleaner.
Yeah.
Fuck. Place probably reeks.
So apparently Charlize Theron was up for the role.
I can see her doing it.
I can see her doing it.
It's a little on the nose with her, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kate Blanchett, she was just right.
Yeah, I think she's perfect for it. But, hiring Charlize is like, are we looking for a tough chick? We'll get Charlize, like. Oh, there's Buddy. Elton. Oh, I like his little, the gold of moving around. Whoa, lady. You just wrecked the whole place.
Yeah.
Just because you were shunned for like centuries, you think all mad. Like, get over it, lady.
What if that just crushed her and that was her end of the part of the movie?
Oh, there's the real one.
Yeah.
And then she's going to go to that one, and there'll be one behind it, and it'll be a Where's Waldo? Yeah. Can you find him?
It's just a picture of all of them. Like, it's just like this uber orgy.
There he is.
Yay.
Yeah.
She was the owner of Mjolnir.
Oh my God, that's Buddy.
What's Buddy?
She's riding the giant werewolf that works with the Nothing. Gumlork.
Gumlork?
Yeah, it's something like that. From the Never-Ending Story. Looks just like him, glowing green eyes.
Okay.
Gumlork. Something like that.
I see.
I just see his big tongue roll. This looks like where you go down to see the King Vampire in all them vampire movies. Oh, there's the...
Yeah.
Most of the stuff in here is fake.
Yeah.
Is it the Tesseract? Or weak?
Yeah. No, that's the
say.
Tesseract.
Oh, that's not bad.
The first thing was that was the other part. I can't remember what it was. It was in the first Thor though. But
okay, so the Tesseract was not bad, she said.
No, well, she knows it's an Infinity Stone, or she has some inkling.
I'm surprised she didn't go after it.
Well,
is that weird or no? I think she could hold it. I think she's strong enough.
I think she believes she's more powerful than it.
I agree. That's exactly what I would have said too. She doesn't need it.
She's like, I basically just wiped out a people on my own. I don't need.
Is that his hair? Look at this. You want to see what true powers? I can fall right in here.
It was interesting too because they were saying kind of a flaw in the movie. Again, that looks very much like Two Towers. The beginning. There's a lot of that.
Balrog.
And you have two people from the Lord of the Movies. There you go. Thank you.
Lord of the Movies.
And you have 12 the Lord of the Rings.
We're the Lord of the Movies.
Goddamn right we are.
Oh, I thought you were going to rock us another.
No.
You got a booyah on there? Booyah! Hey! Oh, there's the big dog. Where my dog's at?
Just the one. Just that one.
Where my dog at?
Where my singular dog at?
He's like, I don't know about this, man.
Yeah.
These guys look pretty cool.
They do look pretty cool.
Look like something out of Mortal Kombat or something.
It's like what they wish Jason and the Argonauts looked like.
Yeah, that's what they need to do again. I mean, I know we mentioned this before, but they totally need to do Sinbad and like Jason and the Argonauts again.
Yeah. I want Sinbad to star in Sinbad, though. Look at the big old booty on that girl.
And the ghost of Phil Hartman. Yeah. You know they got to team up. They're the ultimate team. Sinbad, Phil Hartman, come on.
That's why you get people on SNL, so you can get them, because like you get them doing every character, saying every word, so you can easily cover like any character you want them to play in the future.
Fucking A.
Aw. Doesn't this suck?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, he does understand the very.
Oh yeah, like he's like trying to like.
What was his goal though? Like it wouldn't have hurt him. It would have just.
No,
like,
I just want to know whether he was
down.
there or not.
I don't know. I didn't feel like he was testing to see if he was actually there. I don't know, but I guess because he can do this, maybe this is something he checks out all the time. I would have a lot of fun just throwing. Like I want that Tupac
hologram
to be here so I can just throw shit through.
You want to throw rocks through Tupac?
Yeah, dude.
What other holograms are out there? I'll take the James Dio. I'll throw beer cans.
Nice.
No, not beer cans. No. Wine Tetra Packs. Right through its holographic form.
I'm gonna throw some mini Sunny D balls.
Fuck it. That's totally like way worse for you.
I agree.
I fucking love Sunny D. Every time I go by in the grocery store, I'm like, fuck.
I can't do it.
It's the devil's semen. It is fucking awesome.
I've never liked it.
What?
Too creamy.
Too creamy? I think you're thinking milk.
No.
We're talking orange juice. Ain't no cream in it, brah.
Sunny
Are you thinking
D.
a creamsicle?
No. Sunny D reminds me very much of a creamsicle.
Whatever.
Can't do it.
I don't even know what he's talking about over here.
I know exactly what I'm talking
I'm
about.
talking about Nutella.
Yeah, I hate how you can't put it on your bread, on your sandwiches for school because it's a tree nut.
I know. What
Sunny
the
D.
fuck?
Fucking Sunny D.
Sunny Purple Stuff some OJ. We don't even see Sunny D commercials anymore.
No, because it shouldn't be a thing. I love like brilliant characters. Like that's if you want to give me like a long running Disney Plus show, because like all these ones that they're coming out with are obviously going to be very short lived because they're all big stars in them. I would love one with just the two of these guys.
It's better having the short ones.
It's better to have the short ones, but just to have, I'd like to see some spin-offs with some characters that I like to see. Those two would be fantastic.
Oh yeah, buddy broken. Is this Black Manta back there? Look at all these fuckers.
Yeah.
This is like being at Comic-Con. When is the next one again? June?
June, yeah. First weekend of June.
Fuck, I better be here, man.
Yeah. No, knowing you're lucky won't be.
Yeah, no, seriously, yeah.
If you're not here, I'll go get the Undertaker's autograph for you.
Oh my god, that would be amazing. It's gonna be on my belt. You have to buy a belt on the eShop, then get it signed.
No, I'm not doing that much.
Well, make one out of cardboard.
I'm gonna get him to sign near my crotch.
Yeah,
And then I will draw
he missed your belt,
it,
yeah.
And then I will peel off my skin and give it to you.
And the goes like into the belly button.
Yeah. I want to do
Whoa.
yeah. I want him to write Joe is champion now. Love Undertaker.
Oh my god. The moment I was unzapped, like I would punch her right in the head.
Yes.
I don't care about the whole talking her into it and blah blah blah. Like, you deserve that one, babe.
Yeah.
Or at least zap her.
Still very curious if she's
I give her a zap. I wouldn't punch her then. I tit for tat.
Yeah. I'm still very curious if she's gonna end up being Thor moving forward.
In the comics it's Jane.
I know, but she's not coming back.
We gotta have a new Jane.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to do it, so Kat Dennings takes it.
Oh.
Puts the hammer right in between her big boobs. That's where she keeps it. She calls it her hammer holder. Fucking right.
That's what she calls it in her sex tapes.
That's what I call my ass cheeks. The hammer holder. Because once you get in there, it ain't letting go.
Yeah.
Locked down.
It looks like she's just holding a can of paint.
Probably is. Look at Buddy in the background over there.
Yeah.
Look, I see they got some robots thrown in there.
She works for Glidden.
Oh, I like that music right there.
Yeah. It sounds like a dance remix of like the Stranger Things theme.
There he is.
I love this. I love his awesome. I think this was part
Please,
of
kind sir, do not cut my hair.
I always wondered, I was like, was his hair actually long and then they cut it for this, or was that a wig? Because I wasn't entirely convinced that his long hair was real in this one.
I like that they did the whole like don't show it happening, just show him going no, right, and then oh, here we go.
I could have done with so much more of him in this movie.
I know.
Like, there just was not enough.
I know. I'm hoping that like maybe we'll get some of him later on when maybe the yellow people or like maybe the Guardians of the Galaxy will end up here and the yellow chick with all her army will end up running into him or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh, here we go. Three-headed guy's there. He only has to buy one ticket because he's only got one set of butt cheeks.
Thank the Lord.
Yeah, does all those tubes go into the same stomach?
I would guess.
If the one head on the left like chokes out, like are the other two die or just him?
That's a great question. I would like to think they all go at once.
Like all the same esophagus hole or something.
Mm-hmm. The Lord. He's got some kind of weird mace.
Mace Windu.
Yeah. I like that his haircut isn't good also. Like it's kind of a hack job.
Oh, what I was going to say before was the Galaxy's Edge. Because they were getting their Star Wars land, Disney needed a ride to rival the Wizarding World of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Because apparently Universal Studios has been more popular than Disney as of recent because of that. And they wanted a ride that was, big ride that's like a whole day, like doing this whole section is like, that's it, like.
I could see that perhaps being the case in like Disneyland. But I have a hard time believing for a second that that's the case at Disney
That's
World.
what I read, man. I read on the thing. Yeah. Not to say that like Disney was in a slump. They were making shit tons of money too. But I think the Wizarding World of Harry Potter was the most popular attraction between the two.
Yeah. But see, like...
and now it won't be, though. It's going to be this damn Star Wars thing.
And Disney knows how to... Like, Disney does it way better because, they raised their price a chunk.
Well, it's not bad, actually. I looked at the old... But there he is!
Yeah, when you compare the two. But then also, you don't have to pay to get into Star Wars Land when you get in. You have to pay to get into...
That's lame.
Yeah, right?
That is fucking lame.
So you're paying like almost double the price.
Just it's like $60 just to get into the Harry Potter part.
Yeah. And it costs you like 70
to get into the park. Part. That's lame.
So
that's why I'm not digging it. They gotta like eventually, hopefully they'll bundle it all together.
Well, you gotta buy
so lame.
Well, it's them trying that friend from work line. I know like it's pretty common trivia, but that actually came from a Make-A-Wish kid who was on the set this day.
Right.
It was like, this is the day he meets the Hulk. He's like, he should say he's a friend from work. And so they just did it. They're
like, that's so good. They're just trying to wrap on them, eh?
Yeah.
Still pretty fresh.
I just love how pleased he is. Banner.
So fuck. See, in the comics, right, this is clearly the movie, and the whole, you can't have too many guys way too powerful, like I understand.
Yeah.
But at this point in time, he's been Hulk for years.
Yes.
So he was so strong in the Planet Hulk because the madder he is, the stronger he gets. So at this point in time, he should have just been able to like flick Thor, essentially.
Yeah.
But Thor's also really fucking powerful.
Well, and he is a god.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of the cancellation always. It's like, he's absolutely something, but he's a god.
But it makes me. We'll see. Like as this wicked fucking fight goes on.
Yeah.
See, great action quoted to this movie.
Yeah, it does. And he
laughs, action,
and it's not like he ever makes the Hulk look weak. Like he's just
right. Well, they both look pretty bad. Well, even in the comics, though, they're always pretty even.
Yeah. Like
it really depends on the day which one would best the other.
Yeah.
But it's never a really concrete, conclusive win.
Yeah. Well, I think the best that anybody can ever do is keep the Hulk at bay.
Yeah. That's pretty much what it is.
Like, because he's not going to stop coming at you. So it's like, you can punch him in the face a bunch, you can knock him around, but he's going to keep getting up and getting madder.
Woo! He knocked him good there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is my absolute favorite.
Sun's getting real low. Isn't that what what's her name tries with him? Yeah.
I remember the laughter in the theater when this happened.
Getting low.
It was like you were with the right group of nerds when like everybody instantly got what was happening and they laughed their faces off. And just again the hubris, I won't hurt you.
Look at it, he's like so like
oh,
there you go. Loki felt that one.
Yeah. Oh, and he gives his little. Oh.
That's how it feels.
Oh my god.
I like how they just give him one blue line and he's an alien.
Yep, that works for me, man.
Holy fuck.
When they did the same thing, like they didn't do a ton to Benicio del Toro. They gave him the hair and like, boom, hit him in the back of the knee. That's against the rules in night fights.
Woo! Big ol'. He's trying to axe him, for God's sakes.
I know. Oh. Oof. I was watching that night fights again, and the guy, Like just he hit the guy so hard in the back with an axe, and you just watched his legs just give out and he collapsed. I'm like, everybody should be watching Night Fights constantly.
Is that the one with Christian?
Yeah.
I heard somebody told me they hated the show.
Well, they're welcome to hate the show, but they'd be incorrect.
Whoa. Big move. This is how we used to fight.
Oh man, constantly.
Fuck yeah.
Only way more people were watching and way more shit got destroyed.
That's right. Oh, look, they're into this, eh?
See, he thought he had his new hammer. Oh, Superman.
Oh, fuck.
You can see a lot more Mark Ruffalo in him in this movie.
Yes.
And this is the first time where Mark Ruffalo is the sole voice
Woo!
of the Hulk, too.
Oh.
Yeah, in the previous Avengers movies, Lou Ferrigno did a lot of the grunty Hulk voice.
Oh, that's right.
But now it's completely Lou Ferrigno. Oh, this is where he turns into Raiden.
Oh, shit.
And actually, again, talking about Big Trouble in Little China, he's basically
Like Raiden, the Raiden guy.
Yeah, he's coming right up from there.
Yeah, he also has the ability to use lightning. Fuck. Mm-hmm. He's pretty fucking powerful, man.
That's the thing that always makes me mad, because they're like, he's the god of thunder. But I'm like, thunder is just the noise that happens after lightning. That's not a great thing to be the god of. That's like...
This is like, I want to see where this is going.
Yeah. Ugh. I didn't care for the Hulk's hair in this one.
Whoa.
Ugh.
What an impact, eh? Boom.
You would think that the one major flaw I'll point out here is that thing that's in his neck that like gives him the shocks and stuff. You would think he'd be able to short that out by being all lightning like this.
He's still standing.
Yeah, exactly. Right. See, that's what I'm saying. He will just always get up and get up and get up.
See, we'll never know. Hulk looked like he was a little bit iffy.
Yeah. I feel like that would have.
I think like strength for strength. I think Hulk's got him, but
Yeah.
he's got all the bells and whistles. He's got the
Yeah.
lightning and but that's still his power. I
Yeah.
just have to justify the Hulk losing.
Yeah. It's another Doug.
Another Doug.
The super.
Holy fuck! Is he ever way up there?
Yeah. It would have been the best if you found out that he just flat out blocked him. It's like he's.
Oh
just
yeah, like what
holding
was
him.
happening there? He just kind of put his arm up.
Yeah, They should show like that arena a little later, and then see like a 10-foot deep hole in the middle where he landed on him, and they just drove him right down or something.
Oh, here's the interview, bud. You better step up to the plate.
Yep.
This is always the worst when you dn't know it was an interview. You're like,
Yeah.
ooh, is that what this was? Like, oh God.
Why was my
You've been
dick
rating me? Yeah. Are you rating my dick too, or just my performance?
out? Keep rubbing it or stop rubbing it. Is this a test?
Anyways, I have to ask that question.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm very happy to be a part of this comedy club.
Something, in one of the shots, she looked kind of old. I don't know.
Yeah.
Some of them.
It's when her makeup is messier.
Yeah.
Then she starts looking like those women who are trying to look younger.
Oh, I like those women. They'll do anything for you.
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I wish I would have taken
compliments.
I wish I would have taken more advantage of that, like in my early 20s. You find like a 40-something-year-old who's got like the too much lipstick on and stuff like that, and it's like, oh, I bet you they would have.
They would have taken me home.
Yeah, hell yeah. Give me a juice
At least
box
would have
on my
made
way
it
out.
to exactly. At least you would have made it to the parking lot.
Yeah.
Where's Heimdall? They're gonna go call him. He's like sitting at a bar getting loaded. Fuck.
It'd be me.
What's my
He's
job?
got the shake weight. He's training.
Ain't no place for a blind man in the world that can see everything.
He's just into the blues now.
Yeah.
He's just playing a slide guitar. I woke up this morning.
This one's from my mentor Jeff Healy.
Then he just plays songs from Roadhouse.
Sweet. Whoa. Is this Scourge's backstory when he was a little girl?
What?
There he is!
Yay.
Yay!
He's got like Whoopi Goldberg dreads happening.
Whoopi can also see through time.
Honey child. I feel like she can.
Boom!
She knows.
Oh, yeah.
She knows when to host the Oscars and when to not host the Oscars.
Damn right.
Oh,
I love his like bulletproof
yeah.
guy in Hobbs and Shaw.
Oh my God. What a like It's funny because now they're just embracing how ridiculous they're making.
Well, it's
it.
about
Like,
time. Fuck.
well,
They already were.
Well, like to the point where like even like Vin Diesel, who was just a fucking street racer in the first movie, is now punching like he can punch like a dent in like a safe
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, okay, this is totally fine. So yeah, it's completely fine to me that this guy can be like engineered to be like fucking bulletproof.
There's definitely some Lord of the Rings vibes going on in this one,
Oh,
eh?
so many secret doors.
Yeah,
and-
like all types of shit.
yeah, I very much want.
Buddy that's
like-
like cutting himself.
Yeah, I really, 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 really want this Hobbs and Shaw to do better than like the last Fast and the Furious movies.
It looked pretty awesome to me,
I just-
man. Fuck.
No, it's just for all the drama that was happening with Vin
That's
Diesel
all
not wanting it to
Tyrese.
be done and Tyrese having his weird explosions and like all this kind of stuff. I just wanted to knock it out of the fucking park.
I wanted to as well because the whole thing seemed because The Rock came out and said like look at them
Yeah.
the muscles on this one. He hates these, eh?
Yeah.
He hates these shirt off Thor scenes.
Yeah.
Because apparently like the diet he has to go on and like the working out, he's like, ugh.
Yeah, they said he had to eat he gained 20 pounds of muscle, but he wanted lean muscle, so he ate all plant-based proteins this time. And he had to eat like 6,000 calories a day, and he
Dear
worked out 7
God.
times a week for like a couple hours each time.
No, somebody's in the tub.
That could be anybody.
Uh-oh.
It's weird to have him. I never liked having him talking.
What's
I
that?
don't like talking Hulk.
Oh, yeah, when always talks.
Like, I know it's necessary in this because you can't just have him like looking at you the entire time. But yeah, I don't know. I have never liked Hulk talking versions like anything else I've seen. As long as I think I'm all right with this version. At the very I think this is as far as I would go. I want to see. I want to know that they made that
Let's
scene
see
that
the
they just
Hulk
didn't show
dong.
you. I'd like to. I want to know that it's actually the same size as Mark Ruffalo's regular one.
And it's white.
And it's still white.
Yeah. Pinkish.
Oh. And then Mark
There it
Ruffalo has to tweet. He's like, "Oh, it's normal. It's a good size, just not on the Hulk."
They should have got the guy who did what's his name, Dr. Manhattan's penis in The Watchmen. He is a CG penis specialist.
That would be great. So,
You're boring the Hulk, bro.
Ruffalo kind of screwed up, and at the world premiere of this movie, he was videotaping on like Instagram or Facebook or Twitter or whatever it was. And
Right.
he was doing like a live feed, and he forgot to turn it off, so he like live broadcasted the first 10 minutes of this movie.
Oh my God.
He's just like, he is the king of. He blew
He's
Infinity.
so bad.
He blew Infinity War. He did.
Oh my Lord. How do you accidentally
Yeah.
like stream? I think he does shit on purpose.
I don't know. Well, it's one of those things where it's like you could think you hit the button and then you put your phone away or something like that, and you put your phone down and. I wonder how much of this is Mark Ruffalo's voice and how much is like digitized or whatever.
Right.
Like, is he making the whole floor go?
It sounds like it is him, but they're definitely doing something to. They're lowering it with the old pitch
Yeah.
shifter thing
that's
there.
that's what I'm thinking. Nice. I feel like the Hulk doesn't need to train.
Angry girl.
Morning.
No, they're cheating, Hulk. Come on, man.
I want to know
course
that he
they
like
grin.
crushes ass too.
They must be feeding him the bitches.
Oh, it's like so many.
They must be,
bitches.
man. He's probably ripping girls in half.
That's the thing, is he's got to
Holy
find
God,
the appropriately
like-
sized women.
Oh, you can hear him.
I got
This is
you.
so Lord of the Rings. Heimdall's like in New Zealand right now at a Lord of the Rings bed and breakfast.
The prancing pony.
Yeah, and he's like, fuck, now I
Yeah.
gotta do this shit. I gotta help out again. I got the same contact lenses.
Shit. I'm glad he has a better. Like, I love him so fucking much.
He's
Idris
awesome.
Elba. Like, any opportunity
I could
you
see him
get,
being Bond.
I would love.
I
for
would
him
really
to be
like that
Bond.
too, actually.
I just my only problem, not with it, but just with the whole scenario, is that I would hate to see him have to go through all the nonsense that would come up.
Oh God.
He's like Bond, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, bleh. I know, like,
And I just like it was the same thing like with what's her face who played Rose in Star Wars: The Last Jedi. There, she took so much shit.
oh, it was
online,
so awful for her.
and she had to like
what the
quit,
fuck is
like-
wrong? Well, what's wrong with people? They're fucking racist pieces of shit. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
But also, and then it's just like, who gives a flying fuck?
James
if you
Bond
don't
has
like
been
something-
white since the 60s in like 30 something movies.
Yep. But like but even more to my point is, if you don't like something, don't go see it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I don't know why everything has to be a fucking cause.
Yeah.
And
The wrong kinds of
even
causes.
and forget the racism side of it, which don't forget it, but but just putting that aside and just focusing on the people who are just purists of, well, this is what the character is supposed to be like because that's what they wrote in the books or blah blah blah. So fucking what? You know what? What's his face? Ian Fleming was a super racist, super homophobe.
Yeah.
And there's so much evidence of that. And there was that whole thing where he didn't want to hire, or he didn't want to have George Lazenby hired because they thought he was gay because he was a model.
Right.
So they like sent women to his room to test to see if he was gay. Like that's fucking
because
bananas.
because that's the only way, right?
Yeah.
Because regardless if you're a hetero man, regardless of time, day, whatever's happening, you know, maybe you got bad guts, whatever the fuck it is, you will fuck the girls when they come in. Upon entering, you will bang them, proving your manliness.
Yeah, which now you get in trouble for anyways. So now, but like that's my whole, that's just my whole thing is like, if your version of being a purist means that you are blindly following, you know, the arbitrarily given features from a guy like that, then I don't know, maybe you're better off without a James Bond.
Right.
Maybe we'll take him and you can just go and not have James Bond anymore.
Oh, we got Ethan Hunt. We're cool.
Yes.
Let's see
Unless
that.
we get a black Ethan Hunt, then fuck that. Not because Ethan Hunt's always been white, but there's no black people named Ethan.
I wonder if they are, because there was a real talk of him being James Bond
There was like a petition.
or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if after you know, Daniel Craig's and you know, hopefully he knocks it out of the park on the next one because it's gonna be like his last one, I guess.
Yeah, it's gonna be a last hurrah. There's gonna be good.
Oh, what's his name? The bad guy.
Rami
Remy,
Malek.
yeah.
And
They really jumped on that fucking.
Yeah. And Lupita Nyong'o's in talks to play the girl.
Ooh, maybe she's the bad girl. To Buddy. To Remy.
Whatever, I don't even care. But
Whoa.
I love. He has a fun sweetness about him in these movies.
Yeah. Yeah, he does. They really do kind of bring out like the childlike, dumb, like.
Yeah. Well, because he gets to be spoiled here, right? He's just like, I get whatever I want. All I have to do is go smash.
Like what he loves to do. Holy fuck, she took that down like Mr. Leahy. Holy fuck. Glass on the floor. She got a bad attitude, girl.
She does.
You gotta get your shit together. You should go to
Is that-
AA with Jessica Jones.
Is that makeup part of her, or is she putting that on every day?
What?
The white stripes on her face.
Oh, she doesn't have them on now. Must be for going out and partying.
Only he dropped the paw. I never noticed that before. He's just like, whoa, and has to go like scramble for it.
Yeah, these guys have good chemistry. I'm interested to see them in Men in Black.
I know.
9.
There was a big thing about that too because of the whole situation with what's his face there, Liam Neeson.
Oh, because of the
Because he's like the K in that one, and then that whole thing. They're like, cut him out of the movie. I'm like, that seems like it's
It's a
gonna be
little ridiculous.
Well, I was, if nothing else, even if you totally agreed with that, that seems like a pretty tough do. It's like, oh yeah, he's one of your leads. Just knock him out of there.
yeah.
Couple reshoots will clean
Yeah.
that up, right? No problem.
I don't think what he said was that bad.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I know it was like bad, but
Yes.
it sounded more like a guy,
Yeah.
like Terry Crews said, it sounded more like a guy explaining his fork in the road.
Yeah. I liked
You know what I mean? Like, I made a mistake. I was in a bad mind state. I recognize that now, but that's the truth. That is what happened.
I liked what what's his face from the Daily Show there?
Trevor Noah.
Trevor Noah said something about it too. He was like, the man just admitted that for a moment he had racism in his heart.
Yeah.
And he's like, and he had the guts to admit that. Like he was like, and most people wouldn't say something like that because they would be like, oh, I'm just going to be labeled a racist forever. Then.
Right.
And it was like, he's just trying to be forthright with what his feelings were.
He even said to the guy too, he's like, be careful what you do with this before he said it to him.
Yeah.
And of course, it's just like, look at
Oh, of
this,
course.
everybody. Like,
Well, because there's money in it. He could sell that, like he sold that
exactly.
to fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Like that guy made his nut on that
He
shit.
certainly did. Oh, here it is. They just threw that to the junkyard.
I know.
To us, this is like the greatest thing going.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
to them, they're just like, look at this piece of shit. What is this, a fucking giant door stopper?
Pretty
It's an
much.
Asgardian door stopper.
Oh, it's nice to see.
Got nothing in there.
There's stuff.
Probably. I feel like every time you go in there, it still smells like the new car smell.
Probably.
You think it smells metally? It's been around. Hulk's been in there sweating it out for a long time before he crashed.
That's true, Ray. Yeah, I wonder how much time actually passed before he landed here. That's like, I like the timeline on that because, like you said, it's been like essentially 2 years has passed since from when you saw him last to this moment. So how much time passed with him just in the Quinjet?
Well, it was Point Break.
Oh. He just destroyed
Like,
the
my
entire-
God, man.
It literally will not fly anymore. He's completely destroyed it.
Oh, and then he got the message right now.
Oh,
A little late to get the message there, Hulk. Maybe not, though.
yeah. I wonder what happens in this scenario because she didn't act that part again. They just took that directly from Avengers: Age of Ultron. So do they have to contact her? Because like,
Oh, he's trying to fight his way back into being the Hulk.
yeah. Do they have to contact her and let her know she's going to be in it, or do they just have to send her the obligatory residual check? And just,
It's probably just the check. She's
Yeah.
like, oh, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in this one.
what a pleasant surprise! I'm a movie star.
What a tortured scene.
Yeah. I want to be like that guy. There was this, I think he was a Hong Kong director, where he basically shot like he shot like 3 movies worth of stuff and then cut it together into like 118 different movies.
Whoa.
Would just take like different chunks. And there was this one actor, he was an American actor. I can't remember who it is right now, but literally he's in like 45 of his movies based on shooting like 40 scenes.
Nice.
Like they just like take him and just keep inserting him into things, and then they dub over everything, right? So everything so like he could be talking
That's
about
so wicked.
He could be talking about how little he likes grapefruit, but he's like, you must get the ninja blade.
I love that. That is from the Full Moon
Yeah.
School of Filming,
Oh, it's so good.
where you make 4 movies out of 1 movie.
Yeah. You gotta see. I gotta find. I think it was Ninja Terminator. was the
No, that sounds like a winner.
was the one? Yeah, it's the strongest Avenger. What?
Oh, here it is.
So he had longer hair here, so he's had a haircut since. I like that shot. That's pretty cool, actually. Even though it's kind of cliche for like
Yeah.
that thing, but
Yeah. Oh, it's just a little shot.
yeah. I like how little he actually knows when he comes out of being the Hulk. Like it's like
Yeah, because I always asked, like, I wondered, like, is he kind of like in the back seat
Yeah.
and the Hulk is driving, which I think he actually
Yeah.
used that analogy once or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, he doesn't really know what the fuck. Probably because he's been in so long.
I was gonna say it's probably just gets hazier and hazier.
He's getting
It's
pushed
all-
further and
yeah.
further. Faja. back.
That's got to be it. Seductive.
They call him the Lord.
Yeah.
Oh Lord. Oh yeah. At least he would have been naked out of his clothes.
I'm freaking out.
No, don't forget.
Sounds getting low. I like that he recognized.
Sun's going down.
I like that he recognized that those were Tony's clothes. How do they?
What a weird shot.
I was
What
gonna
the
say.
hell is going on? I think I'm gonna.
I know, and I'm just thinking about how much work it is to do something like that. Like it's if is it really that reflective, or did they CG it?
It's CG.
And then but it's possible that it could have been either or, and then they have to CG the cameras out, and it's like a whole thing. They're probably just walking on top of a green screen, but
I always think, like I said it before, but I always find it funny how they just picked the right guys.
oh man,
He made one little vampire spoof thing. And he's making this multi-million-dollar movie with all the crazy shots and the...
Yeah. That What We Do in the Shadows TV show is starting pretty soon.
Oh, that's right, yes. I heard that movie's really good.
The movie's... I haven't seen it.
I heard it's like... I never saw it either, but I heard it was like smoking. I spend most of my time just flicking around at Netflix, seeing what is there.
Netflixing?
47 minutes later, I'm like, oh, fuck it, I'll just play a game.
Yeah.
But I know what's on there.
Yeah.
When is the Marvel movies coming off? Is there a date? Because I gotta get them done. And when's Jessica Jones season 3 gonna fucking get there?
I don't know.
That's the one I'm waiting for.
This is all the information I don't have.
Fucking lie to me. What does he got? Like a crescent wrench or so it looked like he was something like a flat nosed
Yeah.
whatever the fuck you call those things. Tools.
Yeah. See, I like getting to see him fight because he actually does have skill, but he never really gets to show it. Like in the first movie, he got to see him do some shit, but then like that was about it.
Woo!
Oh.
That is so cool looking.
Yeah.
That's a fucking battle, man.
That's a screensaver.
Those poor Pegasuses.
Pegasi.
Pegasi. Are you sure?
Yeah.
They're not cacti.
Yeah, they are.
They're living animals.
So are cacti.
That is true.
So
Actually,
so
cactuses aren't alive, idiot.
you stupid moron. So go hug a cactus next time you see one.
Cactus hugger.
Yeah, that sounds racist somehow.
That's for people that live in Arizona.
They were asking about
fuckers.
They were asking about the decision to like not make her like, because like in the comics and that she's, you know, white and blonde and all that stuff, and they're like, we have to consider, and like he's like, it wasn't a conscious effort like to not do that. It was just I found the right person for the part.
It's got a Duran shirt on.
I know.
He's like freaking out.
These guys have great chemistry. Again, Mark Ruffalo has good chemistry with everybody.
Yeah, he
too.
does
We're talking
actually.
about that because like him and Tony are fantastic together.
Oh yeah, here you go.
That would actually be a really cool thing with all these like mini series things and stuff. That would be because I've brought it up a few times wanting to see the Illuminati.
Right.
With Strange and Tony Stark. Make that like Tony Stark's out. And then you have it. So you've got Bruce Banner, Doctor Strange, Tony Stark, and then you introduce Reed Richards.
Right.
And that's you're in for an upcoming Fantastic Four project.
Oh my God. Get on that, Marvel.
Yeah.
They probably are.
Senor Doom.
Oh God, yes. Oh, I can't wait to see their Fantastic Four. I
hope
and,
they
and their
make-
X-Men. Their X-Men. I'm going to be, oh God, it's about time.
I hope their Doctor Doom is also a blogger.
He better be. Dr. Death. Remember that wrestler, Dr. Death? He was terrible.
Oh, yeah. Steve Williams.
Yeah, Steve Williams.
Yeah, he was just a big fuzzy bear that Jim Ross loved. I like that his two favorite people were both named Steve Williams. Steve Williams is Steve Austin's real name.
What's that?
Because Steve Williams is Steve Austin's real name too. So he's like his two.
Oh fuck.
Jim Ross's two guys are Steve Williams. He's like, I just like anybody named Steve Williams. So who'd you buy your car from? Some guy named Steve Williams. It was a slobber knocker.
Slobber knocker.
What do you mean? I don't
Good
know.
old JR.
Is he still alive?
Nah, he does like podcasts and stuff.
Oh, congratulations.
Sometimes he's,
Some asshole just thinks he
Tony
can do a
and the
podcast all of a sudden.
Gypsy. I know. Everybody thinks this is their fucking time to shine. What the fuck?
I'll tell you what. It's not.
Yeah. Ooh, whoa.
Yeah.
A little bit of it came out there.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing my best. You know.
Sometimes I'll give it to you. Okay, I do really like Mark Ruffalo, but sometimes I find his banner a little, I don't know,
it's got a je ne sais
like
quoi.
lighthearted or something. Like he's, I don't know. It's like right now, it's like he's not even taking it seriously. It doesn't seem like.
I feel like he's.
But I
just
guess
too
maybe
overwhelmed.
he does know that he's also the Hulk, so it's not really ever that big of a. Right? Like it's not that big of a situation. It's never really.
Yeah.
We were having the Hulk Fest.
Well, he did the same thing in Infinity War too, right? When he thinks he's going to turn into the Hulk, and he's like, "Well, when do I ever get what I want?" It's
Right.
But like I don't know. I play this as he's just flat out like super overwhelmed, right?
Right.
He's just like, "What is all like? I've never been to another planet. I've never been to."
You just drape a thing over his head, and they'll never. Although she doesn't know that he's the Hulk until like way later.
Yeah.
He addressed exactly that.
Yeah.
Exactly what I was talking about.
He is really like he's got good comedic timing. And
I
all
don't think
that
gonna
stuff.
have like the Hulk. I know he was all. Remember we talked about Vacation? He was in Vacation.
He was, and
he was
funny
awesome in that movie.
Yeah.
He was really good in it. Actually, I was
Yeah.
like, what a dickhead! Like he did such a great.
Yeah. He wasn't half bad in Ghostbusters either. Not that
I
it
liked him
was-
actually.
Yeah,
I liked him. Oh, I liked what I saw in the preview. I never saw the movie. I felt like I saw it.
Yeah.
I gave it a 7.
I feel like we're watching it now. Is this Kristen Wiig?
Oh.
Yeah.
You know, in the other scene, she had one of the white the strands down her eye. I don't think the other one was there though. Unless
like
I
the
just
ones
didn't.
underneath. Yeah, I don't know.
Like she had the one on the right side, but there was nothing on the. Now it's there.
No, I think there was there.
Was it? Maybe I just did. Maybe they just kept showing her from one angle. So I thought, I don't know.
Yeah, her good side.
Side of faces look like whole faces to me. It's like a thing.
Yeah, it's like being face blind, only not. At
Yes, exactly.
all. Yeah. Uh-oh.
I love that he's got the Duran shirt on. I wonder whose choice that was.
Yeah.
Because it's a Tony shirt too, right? So
Yeah. I think it was the only thing I can think of. It must have been a shirt he wore.
look like he's picking his crotch.
Yeah. Like I feel like it's probably a shirt that Tony wore in a previous movie or something like that, so they could just easily identify it as saying, "Hey, it's Tony's shirt." If you go back, we'll know I'm not lying.
Dragon Fang. That sounds like a cool weapon.
Looks good.
Dragon. What about like like Kraken Whip?
Yeah. I want
Like
I need a great name for my.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to.
You
think
got
what it
okay.
is.
So you have to think of
I
a
was like-
beast.
Yeah.
Bison sword.
Nah, that's not good at all.
Electric eel. Trident.
Cum splitter.
Ooh, I like
I
that.
don't know what that means.
Yeah, it means that even if a celestial being was blowing its load,
Yes.
you could cut that right in half.
Yes. And then still get it on you
Exactly.
twice now, actually. Ugh. Or maybe that's what you wanted. You're like, the only thing that would be better is if I was getting double bukkake. Yeah.
No, you split it down the middle.
Yeah.
And then and it goes off to wherever. If you're in an enclosed area, you might get some splashback. Yes.
Yes. And I'm always in an enclosed area because you know my fear of the outside world.
You know my steez. You don't want to run out of favor of that guy. Which Thor outfit do you like the best
Which
so
Thor?
far?
I don't know.
I think his 1 and 2 is badass.
I think so too. I think they all have, like, this one is kind of interesting. Actually, what's funny is his cape is actually made out of the drapes from the Hulk's room. And that comes from the joke from Avengers, where he's like, doth thy mother know that you wearest thine drapes? Or
Right.
whatever. Like, however.
Is that what that is?
Yeah. But I like this one a lot, actually, because it's nice. And, like, I like his look in this one because he's so lean. Like, he's super muscular and all that, but he's
Right.
still very lean and, like, but yeah, I don't know. I think the first one was kind of just, I think probably the Avengers one was my favorite look, which was kind of just a little bit less than part 2, but a little bit more than part 1. Or are the eggs? See, it's funny to just have those moments, right?
Oh, there they go.
Hello.
You can't put those dudes in masks up against the Hulk. Like, what the fuck?
I could. It doesn't
I guess
mean
like
they
I
win.
miss maybe a Tuesday matinee or something, you know? Like not the big fight.
I think
Fight night.
I think it would be the best if you find out the revolution has begun. I think it'd be funny to find out that he was never a warrior. Like, you think, oh, he fights in the gladiator things all the time. You find out he's like the warm-up comic. Who hears from outer dimension?
That's a great idea. To the fights, I guess.
The prisoners with jobs.
Oh, he doesn't like slaves.
Yeah, he doesn't like sex slaves. Yeah, Beta Ray Bill's on the bottom.
The Beta Ray's already been there.
Yeah.
I doubt they'll ever get to him. I'm maybe years and years and years down. I have a feeling that like they're gonna have like a cycle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where like they don't want to get too stiff. So like every 10 years they'll like switch it up. Well, there's the Men in Black shot. Look at this. They got this red Men in Black.
Oh, absolutely. It's probably what got him the role.
Look at the way he holds that photon blaster. This thing's like ridiculous.
Yeah, what else can I
What the
ask?
fuck is that? I didn't hold on to that.
Yeah.
The fuck? I'd do it. That'd be wicked.
Oh my god, I would be so excited to be given some kind of crazy weapon.
Imagine like in the movie you're giving her, and then when they show it to you, it like shoots jelly or something. So you're like, what the fuck? Like I thought I was shooting like laser beams of doom, and now it's
I thought it was exploding heads.
custard.
Yeah.
I was gonna say bubbles, but that's too close to the from.
You know what though? Literally, that's where my brain went to, was bubbles. So I mean, I don't blame you.
Bubbles the monkey,
Yes,
of course.
of course. That's when I break out my cum splitter. Bubbles. Apparently, Bubbles is alive and well.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
On some one of those like environmental like
Cool.
conservatory
Yeah.
thingies.
Your conservation.
That's the ones. That's the easy word I should have been able to get to.
That's why I'm here. Easy words. If you ever lose the or at, got you covered, bro.
I lose them all the time. Except that time I got the.
Yo, you're doing better.
We're
Doing
not saying
great.
get
Doing
help.
great. It's working. Oh, the get help.
See, I like that too. I just like the idea of this is a plan they've done in the past. It'd be fun to see more like
Ooh.
I'd like to see more Marvel one shots. That'd be a fun thing to have on the Disney. Yeah, that'd be fun to have on the Disney Plus. But you make them with like all sorts of. Like I would like to see like all sorts of crazy things. So have like a flashback. So you don't have to have any big stars in it, but it would be like Thor and Loki when they were kids, and stuff like
nice.
that.
Fucking Loki. See, that's the problem. Now he's becoming predictable.
Yes.
You know he's going to double cross. Oh, there you go.
It's so good.
Well, there you go.
It's those circles. I like that they always have little elements of the previous costumes, so it's like not such a big jump, and like those little round discs on his shoulders there were there from the previous one.
Look at him, eh?
Mm-hmm. My son has.
Oh,
that.
fuck.
Yeah, my son has the Thor jammies.
You
That
mean
look like
you
that.
do.
I wish I had them. I don't know
wish
why
you could
though.
fit in the Thor jammies.
I can't wear jammies. I get too hot.
I mean, yeah, I'm not a jammies guy. Not a jammies jammer. I'm a Kool-Aid jammer.
I just fall asleep naked in the hallway like a red-blooded male.
You're just like the welcome mat now.
Yeah,
Nobody even cares.
No, they just
There was a couple of complaints put in until you started sleeping on your back again, and then they're like, "Whoa,
yeah."
do not." He's like scolding his kids.
Yeah, man.
Who the hell is he gonna get for his show now?
I don't know. You can get somebody. You got to switch it up. We're having the same problems in the MCU as these characters are going to start to run out. So figure it out.
No, they're not going to run out. They have so many.
No, I know, no, but you know what I mean. Is the
Yeah.
guys who are currently here are all going to be gone and very unlikely going to be recast.
Who do you think is going to be like like the Steven like the Stephen Strange, like the movie where like, wow, I can't believe they made the Guardians of the Galaxy. Who do you think is the next one's going to be?
I don't have the foggiest idea because I feel like whatever the one's going to be, it's going to be one I don't know very well.
Right. I have a feeling they're going to do Silver Surfer.
Silver Surfer,
which would lead into the Fantastic Four.
Mm-hmm. Oh, to use this for orgies. But the I really, I can't wrap my head. I think Fantastic Four will be another big one for them.
I think they can even slow down on the on the Avengers.
Yeah.
Have one every now and then, and now start doing the same thing they did with X-Men.
Yeah.
X-Men Fantastic Four,
Yeah.
and then connect them to the whole thing.
I really, my biggest hope is that rumor about Hugh Jackman being in Infinity War is true. Like, even if it's a single shot.
I don't want him as. I want a new.
No, for just this one moment, because it'll be totally fine when they recast him. Like, it'll just be like this one thing where you're just gonna get this because it's gonna be like a bookend, right? It's got like everything beyond it is gonna feel like a reboot no matter what. So it doesn't matter who. So let him be Wolverine one last time.
In a good one.
Or you know what? Even just double up and make it a Wolverine and Deadpool
together.
Like, cameo.
Yeah. That would be fucking awesome.
Like, I think
he's going to be, I'm telling you right now, they're going to make an X-Men movie, Marvel.
Yeah.
And all the people that were in previous X-Men movies are going to be like, fuck.
Yeah. I feel like that's true.
They totally are. They're going to be like, oh, fuck.
I saw the trailer for...
so lame.
Yeah, for
so lame.
Phoenix, and it did not look good.
So bad.
Like, so much so that that X-Men 3 looked better.
Oh, the movie looks so... They do not know what they're doing with the X-Men movies.
No,
they're rushing things.
Yeah. I did not
like the fact that they're already at Dark Phoenix is just ridiculous. They've done nothing really to lead up to it.
No.
Other than give you a couple like, oh, she can really be powerful. You know what I mean? It's just like,
not even a couple. One, because she's only been in the one movie. She was only in the Age of Apocalypse there.
What, Dark Phoenix?
Yeah.
Well, Jean Grey's been in...
No, but I'm saying, no, this current thing. She wasn't in Days of Futures Past. She wasn't in First Class.
Oh, yeah.
She's only been in Age of Apocalypse.
So it's so weird to then do that storyline. Like,
that's what I'm saying. It's just like...
It doesn't even make sense. Mm-hmm. There's that three faces.
Apparently Taika Waititi is one of the voices of them. I never hear them speak. But apparently they speak at some point. He's the voice of one of them. I feel bad because I feel like if I ever went to New Zealand, all I would do is laugh at people who are speaking.
Right. You sound like the rock dude.
Listen to your big dumb voice.
They're thinking the same thing about you.
I know.
And they'd be right.
That's when I really put on my efforts to not say
shit.
A.
It's you can't. When you try to not, you will.
Yeah.
And I don't even ever say A.
No.
Unless I'm around somebody who's not Canadian.
Yeah. I do say it, but like I will find moments and basically what I do is I try to put myself in situations where I'm not asking for their feedback. So it's like, oh, that's pretty good, eh? Like that sort of thing. I don't ask them.
Right.
I'm like, or I'll just go, what do you think about this?
Ooh, big old Wolfie. He's cleaning up his dumps.
It actually
probably the same guy that's cleaning up all the dead bodies. No one. Like, fuck. He looks good. Though. Look at a little froth on the lips.
Yeah. Reminds me actually a lot of Sirius Black as the dog in the Grim in Prisoner of Azkaban. I like that they're really, really like laying it on thick how much Scourge is not enjoying his job.
Right.
He's just like, anytime anything bad happens, he's like,
he's like, oh, jeez, I'm gonna do this.
Does everybody see how much I'm disagreeing with this right now?
It's just my job. Yeah, I don't have to like it.
You got chopped in.
Should have been played by Will Ferrell. Jab her head off.
Gonna chop it. But he's just 100% doing Ron
Yes.
Burgundy.
Yeah.
Oh, how you doing there? I'm gonna chop your head off. I don't know what voice I was doing. It wasn't Ron Burgundy. That was a failure. Oh,
wait. Ooh, geez, thank God.
Who the fuck is this guy?
I stole it. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
You don't want to say anything. That's the kind of thing where she's just going to kill you no matter
That'd be
what.
the best. I know where the sword is, and he pulls out a sword. Is this a sword? No, that is not the sword.
That's a fork.
Why would you?
I've got it right here.
Damn.
What happened here? They're all zoned out. They're going through too many multiverses.
Probably.
They're all zazzed out.
It looks like they each have like a TurboGrafx 16 on their steering wheel.
Yes, it does actually. Or it's like a CD. It's a Sega CD.
There you go.
Look at that, eh?
Oh, coming up.
That's
from the
cool as
bottom.
fuck looking.
So I guess that's what the flat earthers think that
That's
our
right.
planet looks like.
Yep.
All right. I'm kind of on board if that is what it looked like.
Makes a shit ton of sense when you look at flight patterns. Fucking A, it's flat. Studied them.
I like as long as you look at flight patterns.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Which is precisely why when you fly west, it's shorter than when you fly east.
That's right. Now you're getting it. You're catching on. Just make up something, say it. It's the truth.
Like that to me is just one of those things you should be able to say. It's like, hey, fly with me out west. Okay, now let's fly back. Weird that it was longer going east. Almost as if this world is spinning.
Strange. Nobody said that if it was flat, it couldn't spin.
Like, what is it? Like toppling? Like
Not
a
that
flipping
way.
coin? Well, it would have to be.
Just like this way.
Or it's
Clockwise.
constantly just going further away.
Yeah.
All right,
It's probably doing, it's a disc, man.
It's big disc.
One of those books where it was
like a CD.
The whole thing takes place in the world is a giant floating disc on the backs of 4 ginormous elephants, and those 4 elephants are sitting on top of an even gianter tortoise, which is floating through space.
Oh, now we're making sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
What's the name of those books?
Horton Hears a Who.
Oh my Lord. I went through all my cards.
Oh, yeah?
I put them all in the binder.
Oh, shit.
And I have a shit ton of extras. So I have I might have 2 sets of Dinosaurs Attacks.
Dinosaurs Attack. Oh, anybody who hasn't seen those, you got to take a picture of those and then put them on your Twitter. Let that be your first tweet this year.
Yeah. We have to really, you got to show me again how to do this shit. I don't know how to do that. Yeah. I'm trying to find a space now as well.
Yeah.
There's a church right near, my place.
Yes.
They put on plays and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm going to see if they'll let me use their space.
Yeah.
I need somewhere to create. I need somewhere to
need to fuck.
Yeah, So maybe they'll let me just chill in there.
Yeah.
I have plans for things to put out.
Yes.
I just have to find
Yeah, okay.
So I got some shit, but you got to show me how to do this game because I do need to start Jake
get
Paul
on
in it. Jake Paul in it.
You gotta just constantly
Every day.
say nonsense.
That's always what I do.
Here's what I
But
do.
I'll direct it that way.
I call out the establishment.
The man.
And then I crush with my humor.
Fuck yeah.
And then I make you think and cry.
He'll think and cry, huh?
Oh, Jesus. You have no idea. I heard a little pop.
I know. I heard a popple crackle too. What the fuck was that?
Well, let's throw this thing in the
There it
garbage.
is. There it is.
Beginning of the end.
Tosser. She's like, wow.
I love her voice. She has that, like...
She kind of looks different a lot in the movie.
Yeah.
from one like shot to the next.
Well, in fairness, she's like in control of it, right? Like she's turning
Right.
her hair into like battle antlers.
Very Bayonetta.
Yes. I didn't know who Bayonetta was till I started playing Super Smash Bros. Actually, that's the worst thing about me, like how little I know about video games. I'm playing Super Smash Brothers, and I'm like, who the fuck is this? 70%
Bayonetta.
of the time.
Oh yeah, well, there's a lot
Bayonetta's
of like
on there.
Shulk and characters from
Yeah.
the ones I don't give a fuck about, but Bayonetta's killer.
Yeah, there's like 5 of the same character who like show up as like it's Ike, it's Shulk, it's whatever. I'm like, it's
Yeah.
just it's
I think those are Ice Climbers or Icus or like the Animal Crossing guys and the.
Yeah.
I saw that you've been playing on the Smash Brothers. I was doing a little
Yeah.
Switch stalking,
oh yeah.
and I was like, oh, he's playing Smash Brothers.
Actually,
who do you play as?
If it was recently, you were actually watching Reese play Smash Brothers
no
because
way.
he plays under my.
Well, I
my-
can't see. That would be cool if you could.
Yes, that would be cool. No, but I just mean if you saw like, oh, he's on playing Smash Brothers right now.
Oh, here we go.
I haven't played in a while.
This
But,
was a little less epic than me fighting with my sister back in the day.
Oh my god, this got violent.
Brutal and fast.
Those were like, those kind of ended with all the same power and depression of like an Oz rape. Like it was just, it just,
Woo! Look
it
at this
just-
fucker.
yeah, it just ended in like humiliation and like pain.
Yeah, pretty
And-
much. Nothing good came of it.
No. It was just good. It's like, and she was just waiting for it too.
Whoa.
Pow, 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 pow. Man, that bridge is taking a beating
I
again.
know
3
it is. I
straight
know this
movies.
bridge cannot cut a break, for fuck's sakes.
These guys are not good at making their way across this bridge. they're doing a weird shuffle.
Jeez. Well, it's all weird. You don't know whether you're gonna slip. You're like, what is this? Anti-slip? Is it super slip?
Yeah.
Like,
I wonder if it's like going up those stairs that are all graded, so when you see down and like
Woo.
it kind of like throws you off.
ooh, rumbling.
Is she like invulnerable, or is she super fast healing, or what is her deal?
She's got all of it going on, man.
Yeah, or is she just not there?
Whoop, starting to get warm now. It's all this fighting, all this sexy family
Well, you're wearing
fighting.
a big heavy sweater through 2 movies. Oh yeah, the window.
I wanted to smell it. I just did my laundry.
Oh, nice.
The rightful heir.
Yeah. Oh, he's
Stab
not.
him with your hat.
This is actually pretty extreme too. What happens here, and it's something I didn't know about, except for I saw like a screenshot from Infinity War. Boom.
Oh, I forgot about
extreme.
that. Whoa. Took
that
his
was-
fucking eye right out.
Yeah, that was like violent.
Thor
as
really
shit.
gets thrown through the ringer.
Yeah.
From the moment his eye gets out till later, it's like the poor fool. He lost his fucking hammer. Like,
Well, I'm glad too, because it's their first female bad guy in the whole
here we go.
MCU, right? And then
Fuck
it's just-
yeah.
Yeah, and then so yeah, you get the first female bad guy, and she's just like infinitely badass. She's,
Yes,
like,
yes, she is.
I would say, aside from Thanos, she's the most powerful we've seen, but maybe even who knows, right?
Whoa.
Nice. Do they have a relationship? Like, he's just like macking on every single girl in the MCU.
Who?
Fucking Hulk,
Why
man.
the hell not, man? Every time he wants to have sex, he turns into the damn Hulk. That's so killer. The dog's like, what the fuck just happened?
That's amazing. Like, even though sniff.
Dog's like, okay, well, that guy's dead, right?
It's just so violent. I like the look of the big sword, but it's like I would find it so intensely like impractical to try and use it. Imagine trying to swing that at somebody.
Woo! There, she's like, oh, fuck, that makes sense. There you go.
It all ties
Fuck
up.
yeah.
He's the Pokeroo of Asgard.
The poker, missed him again. Oh, man. Holy fuck, he got done in. Got the old eyeball gun.
She's like jamming shit in there. She's got like a carrot, and she's just like,
She's poured dip in there and is now using it as a dip hole.
oh no.
These guys are alrighty. Those are the real heroes right there. Regular people getting murdered.
Oh. I don't know why I thought you were talking about the skeleton army. Those are the real heroes right there. Wiping out
They didn't
the
ask to
innocent.
be woken up.
It is true. They've already given their lives.
It's like the second time.
Oh, hello. Meek. I like Meek's design. Like that was because he's just like a little larva thing.
Yeah.
And it's got like a weird exoskeleton.
It's like a robo larva.
Well, I'm like looking at the little details along the inside where he's like got like those little army things.
Fucking Loki, eh?
I love it.
Opportunistic
so much.
fucking bastard.
Behold.
Oh, jeez.
Like seriously.
Where's Hulk,
like how
man?
big-
They went flying over.
So this is the thing that always threw me off because the idea is that basically the population of Asgard is getting on this ship. Like, how big is that ship, and what was the population of Asgard to begin with?
Well, after what's her name got there, it was probably cut down pretty significantly.
Yeah, you know what? That's a good point. I was
Yeah.
not even like, thinking about that. Oh, see, that was kind of answering your question. He was choking two of them, so the one guy was all right, I guess.
Who?
No, he doesn't see. Oh, she's so sexy.
Whoa. Isn't she actually the goddess of war?
No.
Oh, she's goddess of death.
Yeah. That's what she takes care of.
Dear Lord.
Daddy,
Does Odin choose, or are they born with that?
What do you mean?
Like
what they have, what they're god of?
Yeah.
Great question. I think that they're just born into what they are. That's my assumption. I feel like there'd be better things to be god of than thunder.
Yeah.
Otherwise. Right?
Damn right, buddy. You tell him.
That's right.
And he's gonna walk off
That's
into
why-
the sunset. He should when he's done here, he should reach his hand out and you don't see.
Yeah.
And then when he turns, he's holding King T'Challa's hand, and they both.
Yeah. By the way, I'm gay in the afterlife, son.
No boundaries in the afterlife, boy.
I'm gay with Black Panther's awkward, like toxic Avenger-eyed father.
Toxic Avenger-eyed.
Well, the next week we're doing that. We're doing Black Panther, and you're going to see that his one eye is
it's hella.
significantly like his eyebrow is where his eye should be. Like there, it is. It is off. He looks like the dude from RoboCop who got melted by the fucking toxic waste.
Pre-melt.
It's not a great
Actually,
thing.
mid-melt.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
It's making sparkles.
Yeah, did she forget he could do this? Like,
Yeah. No, I think she just thought he was defeated. Like, oh, that's amazing.
holy fuck. There she goes.
I like it
So, what,
too.
one lightning blast? She's fucking taking everybody
Well, she's
out.
not dead.
Oh, here comes the Zeppelin.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love the
That's
climb.
cool, eh?
Yeah. See, this is like this gets me. This version of Thor just gets me excited.
Get you hard.
Well, yeah, a little bit, but the old version of Thor did that for me too.
Right.
But no, the like just-
Corkscrew. Just like Kano. So much more
Yeah.
combat in this.
he's everybody. He's doing like Sonya Blade, like leg flips.
He's used all their maneuvers.
Yeah. Did he ask somebody to get over here? I like just the idea of the drama too. It's like, we're just gonna set off some. He got a lightning bolt. I'll have this.
Exactly.
But the
That was something cool in slow mo to be behind you.
Yeah, but like when you
There
see
we
him,
go.
like when you see him arrive in Infinity War, it's like one of my favorite moments. out of the action
Suplexes
scenes.
him. Which one? Sorry.
When Thor shows up in Infinity War,
Oh, fuck
and starts,
yeah.
like wiping everybody out, and I'm just like, yeah,
Holy fuck! Look at him go.
yeah. It's funny now because like his is the only.
Look at
Like,
the combo move, combo breaker.
Yeah, exactly. His is the only of like the magical powers where he's still actually physically fighting. Like he's not just moving his hands around. Okay, you got the opportunity to be good now. Yeah.
He's like, yeah, I'm throwing that away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd still hang on to it. It's like, shit, it's not like it's a useless weapon.
Yeah, strap it on your back for when you're
Just-
run out of bullets.
Just don't use it to cut children's head off, and I think you're cool.
Oh, watch this.
Yeah.
Punctures his skin.
Yes.
Unreal.
I don't know why his blood was green. Just saying.
I honestly thought in this that he was going over the edge and it
Yeah.
was going to be a question mark as to what the hell happened to him.
Yeah.
Where the hell would you end up?
I have no idea.
Where does the fucking waterfall go? Back upside down to right where we are again.
Probably. It's like it's in Doctor Strange's
Yeah, it's like one of those fucking
whatever.
kaleidoscope universe.
What's the name of that one? You know it. The Revengers. Apparently in the comics the Revengers were all bad guys. There was a group called the Revengers, but it was all super villains. In this one, I think they just did it because it was a perfectly stupid alternative to the Avengers. Like they're just like, oh, it's it's the best thing you can have him say. Uh-oh. It's getting powerful.
Here and now.
I'm not doing Get Help.
Not doing Get Help this time, baby.
This is an interesting thing. Taika Waititi actually compares this movie to the actual idea of Ragnarok, because basically what Ragnarok is in Norse mythology is destroying everything so it can be reborn.
Right.
Right. And the idea of Ragnarok is that basically Odin, Thor, and everybody would die and their children would take over. And it would everything would start rebuilding from there. And that's essentially what he did with this movie is he basically tore apart everything you knew about a Thor movie.
Right.
And then rebuilt the tone, rebuilt the humor.
Wow. Certainly didn't work for, well, could be up for discussion, but I was going to say what they tried the whole going the new way with Star Wars. I feel like the Marvel fans are more receptive to change. Yeah. Even we were talking about it, with the whole people freaking out about Black James Bond and stuff. Yeah. I feel like because a lot of the people that are loving the MCU are not such the comic book nerds. Yeah. They're like us. We're like, oh, we knew this guy and this guy and that guy. But in the movie realm, they're like right on.
I'll tell you what I think the difference is. And I think the difference is that Marvel has we're 20 something movies in.
Yep.
And so they have a long track record of a couple movies a year being able to show that you can trust us. It's like, what decision are they making here? But when you do a movie like a Star Wars, I love that. When you do a movie like a Star Wars or something like that, you've got one shot for 2-3 years. Right. So it's but by then Marvel has made 7 movies.
True that.
So I think that's probably it. But whereas something like Star Wars, it just gets debated. Some people believe they nail it. Some people are just you ruined my childhood. But they were thinking that before they went to see the movie, so they should have just
he's shooting them with bullets.
I know.
They're all using axes and all these crazy weapons, and he's just got 2 fucking machine guns.
I don't know how on purpose it was and stuff like that, because he names he says specifically he got those from a place called Texas, and they were called Des and Troy. Now famous Detroit or famous Dallas Cowboys are Des Bryant and Troy Aikman.
Right.
But was that the point, or was it just I just want to say the word destroy? How thought out was it? Is my real question, right?
Oh fuck, buddy.
Boom, headbutt.
So you could have the axe now.
I know.
I was just using the what a death.
Nice. Ooh, look at all the fucking sparkles coming out of that boba.
I think in the comics, Scourge is actually Hulk's son.
Scourge
and he's
Hulk's
Conan,
son?
Yeah. Really? He's a Conan character where he's really dumb, but he's obviously super fucking strong, like the Hulk. Not as strong. He's a big gladiator dude.
Yeah, I don't know
Scourge,
much about it.
I think, Or Scourge, now maybe, I don't know. Yeah, Mickey.
he was drunk this day filming. I know he can't. This is... He's so
he's yeah.
He should have been super happy. He should have been wee.
He's and I'm allowed to do it. I might even take some of it out of it, but he's I'll still do it.
And he's actually doing the Led Zeppelin song to himself. He's going bum 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 bum.
He's where's my song?
And just smash, but he just smash.
Tremble before me. There's nobody there. He knows it.
I feel like he should have the what was it? The This Is the End, where they have the big where the devil's gigantic and his dick's swinging around and stuff like that.
Lind. Yeah, that's the prophecy, y'all. Oh, fucking A.
There you go. Classic Hulk. It would have been the best if he actually killed Surtur and then like basically undid everything. They're like, oh shit.
No, he kills Surtur and then he has to destroy Asgard.
Yeah.
Which is like the best thing he could ever do. Like he's allowed to destroy the whole place.
Like a big monster.
He's like, I don't get it.
I like this too. This is something I always liked. I like the Hulk jumping. That was the one thing I really liked in the Ang Lee Hulk, was when he'd like get like the
Woo.
yeah, when he would get the momentum going and he'd really start to like get giant jumps in and stuff like that.
I always remember that card. It was like the Marvel cards, and it was this killer when it was like Hulk like ripping a tank apart.
Yeah.
And it had said that he can jump like 3 miles and something on the card.
Yeah. Ugh.
Whoa. Is that it for her?
No, she'll be fine.
Woo.
Oh, maybe not.
So is he like the only one that could destroy her because she's like tied to Asgard more than them?
Well, it's because they're gone, I guess. But she is tied to Asgard because it's what actually is the source of her power.
Right. That's what I mean. So that's why
yeah.
that guy can be the only one that can really destroy her.
Yeah, I guess that would be
Whoa.
destroy.
Implode now.
Yeah. And then re-explode.
Yeah. Over and over. Forever.
Now those foundations are gone.
Oh, they're like,
So
where are we
good.
gonna go now?
I like that
Did they answer this question? Where they go? Where do these people end up?
they're
Maybe we'll find out in the next.
No, they actually do discuss that in here.
Cleveland,
Yes.
just like Asgard.
Now they find out that they could buy a whole neighborhood in Detroit for like 30 grand. They're like, let's go there.
It's like Big Brother. Cameras everywhere.
Oh my God.
I can't remember what the after credit scenes are, but see, they could have run into somebody out here or something.
Oh yeah, I remember the after credit scenes for this one.
I'm telling you, I don't know why I have such a hard on for Galactus. I want to see Galactus so bad.
Yeah. Well, because when you see something that you're not quite thrilled with in another version, but then you see people who you know can do well by it, like you know they'll do a better job with it. You're like, I want to see that now. Like, take your chance.
That's what they can do in the Silver Surfer movie, correct? Then you can have lots of Galactus.
Mm-hmm. Man, who would play him?
I thought Buddy did great in the movie.
I thought Lawrence Fishburne
Same
and Doug
combo.
Jones,
Have the same combo. They won't, but
no, I wouldn't have a problem with that at all. But at the same time, I mean, you're gonna mocap.
If-
you don't need it. Doesn't have to be Doug
if
Jones.
I was gonna say if they didn't already have him as 50 characters, I would say Paul Bettany.
That would be interesting, actually. Yeah, do it anyways. Fuck it.
Yeah, give him another one.
Paul Bettany, man, he's so good.
Yeah, Hulk looks. And see now the Hulk. Well, man, because it's like 5 years later
Yeah,
in the next one. So man, it's been 5 years
Well,
of them.
I've heard conflicting things about that. I've heard that it's much less time. I've heard that it's that much time. I don't know.
Well, once you get into time traveling too, that fucks that kind of thing up.
Yeah. It's weird that like he's not Banner right now. Like Hulk didn't go back.
Right, he's all jazzed up still.
Yeah.
Still fired up.
Where to?
Denny's. Is anybody hungry?
Yeah.
Heard of this great place on Earth? 7-Eleven.
Meek. Oh, this stomped on. Jesus.
That's
Just super limp. Oh, she's like out of nowhere, just so much. But my question is
I
why.
felt so guilty. I've been carrying him around. It's so sad, actually, right?
I know, but what just a weird thing to add. Like that makes me think. Like that's what I like when I know a movie is like a lot of it is improvised. I just want to go through and just be like, I need to see a copy of the script versus like watching the movie, and I want to know what was improvised and what wasn't.
Fuck. Those are neat little cartoons you want to tattoo.
Yeah. It's the music though, man. I think this is just born of that New Zealand, like, we're almost like years behind you in filmmaking.
Whatever. Didn't you see that one about the sheep killing people?
What the fuck?
It's called Black Sheep.
Oh, that makes sense.
It
Wait,
was
that
by
was,
the Weta. The Weta guys did it.
are you sure that wasn't just the
Chris Farley.
Chris Farley version? Yeah.
He's a Weta digital effect, isn't he?
He was, yeah. You think he can move, or you think anything
Oh,
else
there
can
it is.
move around like
Mark's
that?
mother's ba did the music.
Yeah. Who also, who, there were two people who were in another movie that he did the music for, and I can't remember off the top of my head now. It doesn't matter. I do like this, though. It makes me want to groove. Bum, 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 bum. I'm gonna take ecstasy and just fucking rub up against you right now. If they could make ecstasy also be
There
a
he
muscle
is.
relaxer, then I'd be all over it. Just saying, my back is sore.
I know mine is sick too. Why won't you sit here for all this time? I was like, oh, my
Yeah.
posture's horrible.
I'm just
The bed
so
I sleep
glad-
on is fucking horrible. I want one of
Yeah.
those fucking
Yeah.
NDs, or I don't give a shit. I want one of them. I want one of them so
Who-
bad.
Which one? Who's gonna sponsor us?
Come on.
Send us free.
I need a firm. I need a high on the firmness count.
Yeah. I want
Oh, here we
to
go.
literally be floating in the air. So make that happen. Anything else is be no good for me.
Ooh, it could be stuff like air shooting up, and it, like, you know, like when you're parachuting or whatever, that fake skydiving thing. Here we go.
I'm on board for that. That'd be great. Bring me back to Earth. He'll be fine. You're
He
with
also
me.
has the Tesseract, doesn't he?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
Yes. Uh-oh. I don't believe that's true. This was crazy, and this is
Oh, yeah.
This is exactly where Infinity War begins.
Oh, shit.
Like that is
No, it's not.
Yeah.
No, they get fucked up. It's
No.
just after.
Well, no, but you know,
that
but
meeting.
yeah, you know what I mean.
Whoop.
Though that is like basically
Right.
the culmination of that scene
Right.
is right from this moment.
Ooh, that looked like one of them big Chitaros.
Yeah. Well, what kills me too is like how many people are on that ship. So we know that there's a ton of people on this ship that they were on, and it was like a speck compared to
Yes.
Thor's ship. And I still
That
feel
is a
like
good
there was-
point.
and I still feel like there was only like 8 people on Thanos' ship.
Well, he's a big dude.
Yeah.
He's a big dude. He likes to stretch out.
It's a really strong overall cast. Like,
What a fucking good movie.
oh, they did such a crazy good job. It was, I remember being really weirded out by what I saw in the trailers. Not that I was like turned off by it or whatever, but just like I was like, what are they getting at here? Like it seems sillier, it seems all these different things, and I was like, and then it could not have come out better.
I
Just give it a
agree.
thumbs up.
I think it's one of the better ones.
Yeah.
I was just about to say like it was way better than Spider-Man, but that was the first Spider-Man.
Yeah.
You got it, and he's much more grounded in
Yes.
Earth and reality.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? These guys are on space, different planets, fucking monsters and aliens, and
Exactly. And it's like,
the deck's a little stacked in this side. You know,
Mm-hmm.
like the story.
yeah, and we didn't even get to talk about, so this was $180 million. So this had a higher budget than Spider-Man. It was number one. It started ahead of Bad Moms Christmas, Jigsaw, Tyler Perry's Boo 2, A Medea Halloween, Happy Death Day, and Blade Runner 2049. The next week it was still number one when Daddy's Home and Murder on the Orient Express came out.
Daddy's home.
Justice League came out the third week, so it went down. It went down to number 3 after Justice League and Wonder, and then it went down another spot when Coco came out after that. It sits at, it was 315.1 million it made domestically, so it's actually pretty, like, it's not quite 2/3 the way down the list. It's like sort of in the middle. But on the bottom part of the middle, if you will, just between Iron Man and Iron Man 2. And then it's at 854 million. So again, made boatloads of money for its thing, and it's right between Guardians and Guardians 2. So it's again sitting kind of right in the middle
Right.
for the world. And then it's actually tied for the third highest rated one on IMDb, and it's still only 7.9. That's what I'm saying.
All
We
this
still
one got was a 7.9.
all the ones that we have, we've
Fuck.
not reached over 8.1 on.
That's ridiculous.
That's what I'm saying.
That is ridiculous.
I really want as many people as possible to reach out and share with us their thoughts and all that on their rankings. So we'll wait till the end, and then I'll put the rankings that we have here. These
Right.
are not our personal rankings; they're just the ones I'm pulling off of IMDb.
Right.
And I'd like to see where people rank them in comparison, and maybe I can read some of those out, and we can kind of sort out.
I think
where the real consensus
I think from the real people out there, our fans.
Yeah.
I think there'll be a lot more above 8s.
Yeah. Interesting thing, actually, they were talking about Rotten Tomatoes, I guess, is pulled the ability
Yes.
to review movies.
Captain Marvel did it.
Yeah. Because people were, before having an opportunity to see the movie, they were like going, this is a garbage movie, and they were low rating it. That's what they've been doing.
Yep.
They did that all through all those. They did that
Yep.
through the Star Wars movies.
Fucks your score over. Like,
just-
what a bunch
yeah.
of fucking losers. You haven't even seen the movie.
Exactly.
So the fuck, like, what is your problem?
And then they're mad, and then they're like, they're taking our voice away by not letting us go. Until I'm like,
Who cares?
but how can you have a voice? How can you review something you haven't seen? Like, that's why,
This is
like,
why,
you
like-
should
like-
not be allowed to write a review until you've seen it.
And of course, it's the mass of people
Yeah.
where there's no accountability,
Yeah.
and this is your free. This is this is what you're going to argue now. Is this free thought, free like I should be able to say whatever right now? No, you shouldn't. When it comes to this negative shit, no, you shouldn't.
And what's weird is, what is their end game? Their essential end game is, I want to give it really bad reviews off the hop, so then nobody goes to see it, so then it's like the biggest bomb
Yeah.
in the world. So then fucking
Then they'll come up with
so
the
then-
Zack Snyder
So then the
cut.
Snyder cut comes out,
Yeah.
which was another thing. It was Zack Snyder's birthday this
Yeah.
past weekend, and everybody on Twitter was calling for the Zack Snyder's cut again.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I saw a big thing
Jesus
for it too.
Christ. And then on top of that, so Zack Snyder I feel like in his own cheeky way kind of responded, because he had like a little special like screening of director's cut movies where he did what was it? He did 300, The Watchmen, and Batman and Superman, all director's cuts.
Like
And I was
watching
like,
him at his house.
no, it was like he like got some theater, and then they were like, we're gonna show all these movies with like director's cuts, and I'm like, oh, weird that there's no fucking Justice League director's cut.
Yeah, strange.
Strange that, isn't it?
Strange things there. Strange times.
Hey, I'm cool. Is my friend? I can't remember.
That was pretty good, actually.
Thanks. I do. Yeah, I do impressions.
I do.
All right, well, we're coming up to the end.
Well, there's one more. There's got to be.
Yeah, I think there's one more.
Come on, you know there is. You know there is.
That would be amazing. He's just like, oh yes, I do remember what it is now. There we go.
Oh, yes.
Just a little bit more of Goldie Bloomy. I like it. I feel like that's supposed to be like a leather face mask or something like that.
Little poodle hair back there.
Yeah. Yay us.
Uh-oh,
Well,
buddy.
here's my thing. He's immortal though, so it doesn't really matter. And in fairness, he was the winner of his own contest of champions, so he must be powerful.
Yeah, he must. That's a good point, actually.
So
What's he got going on?
that actually would have been kind of interesting if you would have all of a sudden just seen him like fucking wipe everybody out. But then that leads too much of
Right.
oh, what's he gonna be in next? Like it's gonna like everybody's now starting to
Yeah,
talk
of
about him.
course.
All right, guys, that is it for this one.
New equipment, new us.
Yeah, man, it's been a blast recording on this thing. I'm so happy. Yeah.
Yeah. Wait,
Everybody,
what's this one do?
cheer for us. Yay! I don't know how long. Some of these, like this one, I know is a laugh, and it lasts way too fucking long. Oh, he's cool. Like, it's just so bad. Here, I'll put it down low. You can laugh at us while we talk about all the things. Make sure to email us podcast at miscastcommentary.com. Find us at miscastcommentary.com. We've revamped that bad boy for you. Go check out our shirts on TeePublic. Oh, nobody's buying our shirts.
I just picked it right up.
Yeah. No more because all the other ones are. But yeah, so do all that stuff and find us on Twitter at Miscast Podcast. I'm at JK Finley. Todd's at Miscast Todd. We'll see you next week with Black Panther, guys.
Right on.
So we're getting pretty close to the end here. We've only got a couple left. What's a boy to do?
What the fuck, eh? We'll go again? Victory lap?
Yeah, we're going to have to. Okay.
Oh, God.
Fresh eyes, guys.
Holy
Fresh eyes, open hearts. All right, we will see you guys next week.
Later.
This has been Miscast Commentary with your hosts, Joe Finley and Todd Murray. Executive producer, Joe Finley. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the podcast wherever you listen. Visit www.miscastcommentary.com for all news related to the podcast. Miscast Commentary is a Miscast Media production.